What were you craving last time? Like to eat?
Chili cheese.
Did you ever get that?
Honestly, I can't remember what happened last Tuesday. What did I do? Oh, yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
I had leftovers
Save in.
and cake and ice cream. I think I got my chili. Yeah, I ain't get nachos and chili
It
cheese
is.
fries.
I like the balls.
Want me to play the intro, Joe?
Yeah, please. You don't have to phase it out. Just if you just play it to the end.
Which I have. Which one? Is it the yellow to adjust the headphones?
Yeah.
This knob?
Yep.
Mic check. Yeah, because it was like super loud.
Yeah. Some people, it's weird. Some people look really like all the way to the top.
Oh my god, they're trying to like rupture the eardrums.
Like I want it as loud as possible. And there you go.
Ready whenever you are, Mike.
Yep. I'm ready to rock. Okay, so let's see. Check.
Crazy foot itch all of a sudden.
Mic check. Mic check.
You gotta take the whole
Microphone
shoe
check.
off. It can't just. Golly, what's happening?
Go around and like check. So. Alright.
What's your phone, Jeff?
So I'll say the color of your wire. Just say mic check or something with 2 syllables. So go around. Red.
Mic check.
Might want to get a little closer. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
It's up
yeah,
there. When you start, just make sure you bring the microphone right close to you.
Okay, no problem.
Orange.
Miss Coco, orange microphone.
Oh, hello.
Nice. You might want to push your chair up a little bit.
Hello. I'm
Yellow.
little.
Mic check.
Maybe the microphone a little bit closer to you.
Mic check.
Perfect. And then you, Jeff.
Mic check. Mic check.
Sound good. All right.
Thank you.
Good to go.
Thanks.
We'll start the intro music in 10 seconds.
Okay.
I need 10 seconds of silence. 10.
Check. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, that means you're now tuned into chapter 83 of the Introverted Intuition podcast. My name is Jeff, a.k.a. Nah, I'm not going to do that this week.
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't been petty this week, so I'll just
The lies we tell.
He's petty
I'll-
every week, people.
I'll just go by my government name. Jeff isn't my government name.
You
but-
about to say what is it?
No. No, I was about to see if I wanted to put it all out there, but I am Jeff this week, your host, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Lady with the snacks.
Yo, she
without a
had
donut.
salami and cheese, a
Yo,
donut. What else is
smooth.
in that bag? You got a 40 in there too? You didn't see? To my right, we have Lainey. She's eating right now, so she can't introduce herself, or can she?
One sec. Oh,
Two
peace sign.
fingers to the air.
For those who can't see, she
Right.
just stole the deuce.
Across from me, I have Miss Coco.
Hello, everybody.
She hates
The
Miss
Miss.
Coco.
I've gotten used to it at this point.
Why can't I call you Miss though?
But it's not Miss. It's Coco Riley.
Coco Riley.
Yes.
Across
I didn't
from
know
me,
the whole thing, Coco Riley. I just always called you Coco.
Yeah.
I like that Coco.
Coco.
Can I call you Riley one day?
You can. I may not answer.
Gotcha. Okay. And to my left,
Mm.
New Jersey's own.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man CR908, representing Jump Out the Frame, JOTF Records, Wells God.
I thought you were gonna say it is CR908, aka Conscious Rap.
Yeah, I just want to go by CR908, and if they're intrigued, they could ask what it stands for.
Heard you. How was everybody tonight?
Well.
How was everybody's weekend? Anybody want to start with their weekend? How did it go?
Hold on, but what it stand for?
Conscious Rap.
Oh, I thought the 908 part.
Oh, 908, that's the area code from where I grew up.
Jersey.
Yeah,
Jersey.
repping 908, you know.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to spoil it for the fans who might be mad curious, who might want to Google what is 908 mean.
That's fine.
Why you put your area code? Like, why are you like super proud of your area code? Like to be from Jersey?
Because I lived all over Union County. I had a great childhood in Union County. Like, not to gas it, but I felt like my childhood and like my teenage years was like almost like a Black Disney Channel. TV show.
Really?
Yeah, I lived in the
How
black
so?
suburbs. So
Oh,
it was
okay.
just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was love. Everybody knew each other. It was a basketball town, football town. Like, it was dope.
I always wondered, like, as like we get older, like, am I gonna want to interact with my neighbors? Like when I get my own place. I mean, we moved into a new apartment building. I feel like that's just common courtesy, just to introduce yourself to the people on your floor.
Wait,
but-
introduce yourself?
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, if you need anything, I'm right down the hall.
Nah, that's a little bit too much. I feel like if you run into them in the hallway, hey,
Oh.
hey, I'm so and so.
No, I didn't mean, like, go
I
door to
just moved
door.
in. Like, but I'm not like, hey,
Bring him a pie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I made
Right?
you these muffins. No, it's fucking dangerous.
I wonder if anyone's ever went to someone's door and be like, "Yo, can I borrow some sugar?" and they got it. Like, has that ever happened?
I had to do it once, but I knew the neighbor.
And did you get
I
it?
literally needed sugar.
Would you
I
need
got it. I needed sugar. I was baking.
Was it brown sugar?
I don't think so. I actually don't remember. So it was quite a while.
Because I was about
ago.
to say, if they give you brown sugar, they really love you.
Oh,
It's good for you.
But then again, like the way the world is nowadays, in my mind, everyone's crazy. So I think I'm not gonna want to interact with anyone but people I know.
yeah, everybody is crazy.
I've seen too many like thrillers with the neighbor like looking through your window while you having sex and like.
I think that's.
Lainey's
I think
face
that would
looks
be
like
any
she's having
person.
sex right now,
I think
eating
I feel
that
like
damn donut.
you saw somebody having sex through the window, you wouldn't look.
I have looked, but
So
like
then
don't
we're all
come.
pervs.
Oh.
What do you want to do?
Yo, don't even talk
I'm
to me
look.
about being perverted.
I got good peripheral too. I'm
I'm
looking
bad,
this
yo.
way and this way at the same time.
I'm bad. When I was in Barcelona, like there was like an apartment building like across the way, and I think there was a couple like having sex, and I just couldn't look away. Like there was a Netflix was on, and I was looking through that window.
How could you not?
Sauvage.
I'm a sick individual. I'm sorry.
What about the whole thing I read recently? Somebody had posted something as far as pornography, how it like brings down like your intelligence. I mean, people have their own opinion about it, but like it brings you to a place where like, especially if like you suffer from anxiety and depression, and let's say you also happen to enjoy pornography, like it'll bring down like, you know, your vibe in a way to like, as far as when you have depression and anxiety, it if you're into pornography, I'm not describing it well, obviously, but if you're into pornography, and you also have to suffer from depression, it can make you stay in that
desensitize
particular.
you.
There, that's the word I'm looking
But
for.
I hate to cut you off. I wish I would have bought y'all all donuts because the way that shit has me feeling right now.
I can
Girl,
tell,
7-Eleven
yo.
glazed donuts is like little heavens on earth. Like if you miss Krispy Kreme in New York and you just need like a quick pick me up, something close to it, like 7-Eleven glazed donuts when they're fresh.
Or the Dunkin' Donuts glaze when they're warm.
You know,
they
I-
just came out.
I'm not even mad that you didn't offer anybody a piece because you really look like you're
I ain't
enjoying
have
yourself.
time.
She
It
was
was just
loving
like-
it, bruh.
I started taking out the bag. I looked back, it was gone. So like
It's gone.
now going on to round 2, salami and cheese. But like the whole
The plan was to eat it together because I love cheese, meat, and like something sweet like a glazed donut together, like a piece of bread together. But the way the donut had me feeling, it was just like, God damn it, I'm about to eat this whole
About to be a
thing.
solo.
Like, yeah.
But like the whole pornography thing and like anxiety, I feel like the way I process that in my head, maybe it's like you're someone who wants to have sex with someone, be intimate with someone, but like you can't. Maybe you're not as confident, so like maybe you feel less about yourself because you feel like
It's different reasons, yeah.
you're just watching the porn and you feel like, oh, I wish I could be doing that, but I can't. I don't know.
But essentially, the post was saying that if you suffer from those things, you really shouldn't be like into
What?
porn.
Into
I don't
porn?
know what the justification other than you
Yeah,
know,
I'm the
their
saddest
reasoning
person in
was.
this
But
room then.
About to say, because I.
You say you're the saddest person on there?
In this room, yeah.
Oh my God, you and your.
I'm sorry. What?
here's analogies.
No, I'm
Oh.
just saying your
That's an
sad ass
analogy, though.
self. You can't be the saddest person in the room all the time.
I feel like that's
You know
how
what I'm saying?
it is, though.
I feel like that's your goal or something.
It is, yeah.
Like, no,
It's my
I'm
reality.
sad.
It's
Sadder than you.
How does your
Choose to be
girlfriend- I have a
happy,
question.
Jeff.
How does your girlfriend react to your
sadness.
Yes. Is she sad too?
No.
That's good.
So does she help you?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
'Cause
Shout
same
out to
thing,
her.
man. Same
Yeah,
thing.
and like I mean, I feel like I tend to like do things on my own. Anyways, I feel like I get myself out of that sadness. I don't like to. I feel like a burden, like putting my problems on everybody. So like I just keep it to myself and just move forward on my own. But having that support of like family, friends, all that shit definitely helps too. But
I feel like one day we should just sit back and interview Jeff.
I don't think that should ever happen.
That would be dope.
And I
Yeah,
think- I
that's
think
gonna have to
I
happen.
don't think
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever
Because
been
he tried to
interviewed
interview
on
us
this
last
show.
week,
I
you
think
know?
I
I
did,
think he's
yo, I
designed
did.
this.
Yo, yo,
He's
co-
designed this
I
to
thought
prevent
about
that
the
from
interview
happening.
all week. I said, this nigga really asked me if I was a liar. And I'm just like, how did I answer that question, yo?
Yeah.
I kept thinking about it. And so much so that I had a whole conversation on Sunday, hot box in the car with my homegirl. And we were just like, I'm just like, yo, are you a liar? And she was just like, what? I'm like, yo, somebody asked me that. And now I'm going to treat to ask everybody that, like, are you a liar? Like, why do we lie? Yeah, but
But yeah, that's not you interviewing me is never happened. I won't answer anything truthfully.
deal.
No, I,
truthfully, you won't answer anything.
no, I answer
truthfully.
truthfully, but like I probably will try to deflect, depending on the question.
Politician style.
The politician style. Yeah. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you guys do anything special you want to talk about? Well, we were kind of together over the. Was that the weekend?
Before the weekend.
Before the weekend.
Yeah, Thursday.
Oh yeah, we did hang out.
It felt like so long ago,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I
CR.
was
It's
like-
just Thursday.
I was for a second like, what the
Today's
fuck you
Tuesday
talking
for
about?
reference.
Conscious Rap had a performance in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, man, it was dope, man. Shout out to Neva and DJ Drewski and Yandy Smith. It was a dope event. I'm happy you guys came out. Lainey, I wish you would have been there. You would have loved it. There was so much weed.
I feel like
Thing.
I feel like
Get high up
Lainey-
the contact.
I feel like Laney would have been right there next to me talking shit about the other performers.
Yeah,
Because I was talking shit.
He really
You really-
was.
Why?
Everyone after CR except for one chick was terrible.
Yeah, Cake Swag. She
You
went
know
after
what
me.
it
She
is?
was
I've
pretty
been
good.
to enough.
The whole beat was
I've been
terrible.
to a lot of well,
Yeah.
how do you market these as underground showcases in
Mm.
a sense? I've been to so many that after a while you start to see the good in every performance. You try to find something like,
Something to appreciate.
excuse me, something what is it? You're not just criticizing just to be an asshole. You're like you're criticizing to make it better.
Yeah.
So that's what.
And that's what they're there for, right?
Yeah.
They want you to give them
yeah,
good feedback,
true,
even
right.
if it's
in a sense,
bad.
they kind of want you to kind of tell them, because sometimes people have horrible stage presence.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, the production and the words don't match. They're nervous. It's a lot of things.
saw a
when
lot
you
of
go to
nerves.
these things. People
I saw
are
a lot of
definitely
nerves.
nervous.
So
I
that's
feel
why
like there was
nobody
one guy
terrible.
who was like rapping a bar and then would stop at the last one to try to get the audience to finish it, but we don't know the lines. We don't know you. So I'm just like, what do you want me to finish? Like,
That's embarrassing.
Maybe
I
he
guess
thought he had enough.
He was waiting for whatever friend
yeah,
that was their cue to
No.
kind of
they were
like
in
with
the
Cake
bathroom.
Swag. She had her girlfriend there, and she was just
Yeah,
right
she
on
was
it. She
really
kind of
on
almost took
point.
over for a second.
Yeah.
She was good.
What was your review of the experience, like CR's performance and just the entire night?
Well, of course, I think CR was the best out of everybody. He had the most confidence.
Thank you.
I wish he performed more. If you had 2 songs, right?
Yeah, that was the
I felt like
limit.
there were a few that had more than 2 songs. No, am I wrong?
I didn't pay attention to that. You might be right. I really don't know.
That
Yeah,
girl,
I was kinda
Cake
like,
Swag,
wait a
did like
second.
3 or 4 songs.
Yeah,
she?
that's probably what I based it on. I realize now. Yeah, and I was like, damn it, why is he?
They told me only 2. You
The
know,
shit.
I try to follow the rules. Try to be good.
I feel like because you're the opener, maybe they just want to get right into it. And didn't they start late? I feel like they started
They
later.
started late, so I'm not mad that I went first because I went at 11 o'clock at night.
Mm.
So I was just like, all right, yeah, I don't mind opening up.
So
It was fun.
I was
Yeah,
trying
it
to
was
get you
fun.
drunk.
I don't know how.
I just was handing her the Hennessy or
Wait,
whatever
Coke
it
was
was.
out here drinking.
I was sipping. He went and kept getting Henny and Cokes. I don't know why.
You drink now?
No, but like sipping, like, cause he was like, here. I'm like, all right, I'll sip it, but I'm not going to drink this drink for you. Like, it's a school night, and he was off the next morning. Like, he's trying to get me to drink.
I was so off. Like
That's
I had nothing to do the next day. So
That's funny as hell.
I guess for me, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, so do you guys? I mean, I know you guys are genuine, but sometimes I feel like, sometimes my friends might be biased. So you guys really think I
Yeah.
was?
Yeah, I had. I mean, I know the songs and I like the songs prior to seeing them live, but like outside of you being my friend or whatever, yeah, you were
Yeah.
clearly the best.
Damn.
You and that girl Kingsway were the best. Like,
Yeah. Y'all were the most polished.
Well,
Y'all were
actually,
the most polished
what
out
was
of
the girl's
everybody.
name who got up on top of the stage? She was
S God.
she was dope too.
She was dope. I followed her.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Everyone else was I'm cool.
You're a hard critic.
How do you think you did overall? Do you think you did well?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think about doing well or doing bad. I just think about having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard to see what other people see. And also, even when it comes to just the music itself, because sometimes I wonder, like, are people fucking with me because of who I am, or are they fucking with me because of the art?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to like the art for the art. You know what I'm saying? Not just because you like Rodley. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. But I mean, my friends, I surround myself around genuine people, so that I listen when people say, you know, X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Yeah.
But I don't let it go to my head or nothing because I always feel like there's more I could do. I'm very hard on myself.
I've seen you perform before, but like, I don't know, like it was a small crowd, but I feel like certain performers, you have to interact with every part of the crowd. You can't just stay in the middle and interact with the people right in front of you. Like you went to every angle of the crowd constantly moving and interacting and giving people your energy.
Yeah, trying to look
And,
at people in the face.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But were you nervous before going on? Because I asked you, like, yo, you ready? Blah, blah, blah. And you was like, yeah, I'm just looking for a garbage can. And I looked in your hand, you had like a little piece of paper. And I was like, what? What are you looking for a garbage can for this little piece of paper? Throw it somewhere else and then get on stage, bro. Like,
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm nervous before, every performance. I think sometimes it's excitement, sometimes it's nervousness. I think that night I was more excited than nervous.
Yeah.
I can't help that because I already suffer from anxiety. So it's like,
What do you tell yourself when you get into that mode where you feel that excitement ratcheting up? Like, what do you say?
I say, yo.
And does it work?
I'd be like, yo, just breathe, nigga. And then I try to make one of my friends laugh or, because, like, humor is, like, the easiest way for me to, like, relax. I just got to be relaxed.
Same, yeah.
And, like, even when I grab the mic, I say something funny to make everybody in the crowd laugh before I perform, before I even introduce my name.
It distracts you.
It distracts me, yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way. So I like to just say something funny, make people laugh.
I don't remember what you said.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Jesus in heaven.
But I know for a fact you said something.
I said
so.
something.
Said something.
Yeah, it was a good night. I mean, just from my perspective, like, I thought there would be more people there overall in general. I thought it was going to be packed.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the crowd was at its peak when CR was performing. I felt like it thinned down a
and
little
that's
bit.
another thing because, it was, I mean, like, for New Yorkers, it wasn't late, but for Jersey, it was late. Like,
It was crazy late.
It was crazy late.
Everything
so,
shuts at like 12, no later than 2, right?
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
I feel like
know,
Elizabeth
you're
has
like,
that.
Give us a little credit, Coco. Damn.
It does, it's early.
At midnight, right?
It is
Midnight.
like early.
I feel like Elizabeth has that stigma of, like, being a violent place. So I feel people were like, no, I'm not fucking with that spot.
You were very worried about the safety of the area.
I
What
did
could
not
tell.
know that was one of your concerns.
Like the
No.
crime in the area and stuff.
Well, no, I was trying to make sure you were good. Like, I wasn't scared for myself, but
Like, she's from Brooklyn. She's good.
Like, it's all right. I'm like, you think this is terrible out here?
I mean,
do you know where I come from?
I'm
Like,
paranoid. You never know. So, like,
and I come
just
from the
wanna-
soft hood, so imagine, like,
Man, niggas is crazy. I don't know what niggas be doing nowadays. So I was just
Everyone's
making
crazy.
sure you were
yeah.
okay.
Thank you,
so.
sir.
Such a sweet guy.
Shut up. Overall, like, it was a cool night. Like, I didn't go up to Yandy. I saw her. She looks really different in person. She looks better on TV.
Oh,
Don't
thank you.
All right, we gotta
Oh.
chill. We're gonna keep. Well, let me
Wait.
not say that because I was like, bash. I realized I said something about Remy Ma last week. I said, "Ooh, Helena, you was brave, wasn't you?"
Not
Gotta
saying she
start
was ugly in
smoking again.
person, but
I thought she was looking good. Like, yo, did you see her
well, the lights were
outfit?
low. The lights were low.
She was wearing a whole like leather outfit, yo. Her ass is fat.
Yeah.
I'm like,
There you
damn.
go. There it is.
He
Damn.
drinking already. He drinks something in. You know her husband's in jail. Like, would you still try to holler at her?
I wouldn't because I'm in a relationship.
No, but like, if you were single that night, you were the top performer. She gave you mad compliments. She was like, "Yo, you did really well." Like, would your next line be to flirt, even though her husband's in jail? She got mad kids.
I wouldn't try to holler her, but yeah, I probably would flirt.
Yeah,
I wouldn't try to holler though. There's a difference. You
Got
can
it.
flirt without hollering.
Have y'all either of you been with someone who's been in jail and like stay with them? I want to know the mindset.
Been
behind that.
arrested, okay, but not in jail.
Yeah. If you go to jail, I'm out.
Be arrested
For like a extended period of
Oh.
time.
If your girl goes to jail for extended period of time, you're out.
No.
What's
like,
the limit? What is an extended period of time? 2 years, 3
bro,
years?
like,
Let's be specific. Let's be specific.
He's like, no, I'm out.
no, but it just doesn't seem fair to like me. Like, if I'm outside of prison, I'm not in prison. Like, why can't I still live my life and enjoy the certain foods? Like, why not? I can still hold you down. I can still give you some money every month. You know what I mean? But
Come for that conjugal visit. Every
yeah, when
once
that
in a while.
conjugal visit comes, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I'm not gonna have the title of being in a relationship while you're in prison. It just seems selfish to like you got yourself in that
What
situation.
if y'all was married?
That's a very
Kids.
good question.
Kids.
Yeah.
Woo!
Kids.
That's
Married.
a very good question. I mean, for my kids and for like the lessons I'm trying to instill into them, I would definitely try to.
They
do
still
right.
young enough where they don't know like what's really going on. Like you can be screwing around.
This is not an
and they
interview,
don't
Blaney.
know.
Don't ask me no more questions. Don't ask me.
No, I get what
Why
they
does
mean.
marriage change everything though? Every scenario, like
Not for nothing,
It's a game
marriage
changer.
changes everything. Like
The rules change. Right?
it's not that the roles change. I feel like in this day and age, when you don't marry for the right reasons or the proper person or the person you're supposed to be with for that time or whatever the case is, because love is so different. And but marriage, like when people that I do things, shit gets weird. Like next thing you know, you be having a conversation, but I'm your wife, and you be like, what the fuck does that mean? Like I found myself asking that, saying that a lot. Like, well, okay, you're my like, and that means what?
Would you get married again?
No, I don't think so.
you don't think you'll get married again? I didn't know you were married the first time. I feel like you told me that.
She's
before.
Definitely
mentioned
said
it
that.
before, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't remember.
Jesus.
It's okay. Just messing
So
with
I'm
you.
But,
sorry.
no, I don't think I'll get married. Man. It's
Kind
a
of
lot. I
attacked
don't
him
even
there,
think I'll
sorry.
get in a
Is this
relationship
attack Jeff
again.
Day? I don't
Sorry.
I
Wait.
got my tooth.
Do y'all want to get married on that side of the table?
I've actually never kind of gravitated towards it. I've had friends from when I was younger. They would plan out their weddings and this and that. I had a girlfriend when I was younger. She planned out her whole wedding to Michael Jackson, the whole thing.
Yeah.
God knows what happened with that. Anyway, yeah, no, I just never. We could live in sin.
See y'all.
Um,
Do you wanna get
yeah,
married?
I want to. What I'm unsure about is I don't know if I want to have kids. Yeah, like for me, like, cause there's like, you know, there's so much more. Like relationships and love is very important, but there's so much more I'm trying to do with my life besides worrying about being in a relationship. So if I'm already in a relationship, I don't gotta worry about that aspect of my life. I can do other things to like, you know what I'm saying, like help society, because that's really what I want to do. I want to help society. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see your legacy
I
live
want to see my
on.
legacy live on. So it's kind of like I don't really have time to be.
Sometimes your legacy lives on in your child.
That's true too, and that's extremely true. That's why I'm on the fence. But if I do have kids, it's got to be when I'm really ready mentally for kids. Like I know people always say you're never really ready.
Yeah,
Like, I
word.
get that, but I feel like
There's still levels.
there's
to,
still levels
that you
till
can reach
yeah.
Before, yeah.
It's like if I had a kid right now, oh nigga.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah.
Did you have a? What about kids?
Uh,
Are you like?
I want two
someday?
kids.
Oh, nice.
Just because, mostly two kids because I always wanted an older sibling, just someone I could like confide in and talk to and interact with. So I'd like my kid to have a older sibling to look up to and go to for when they don't feel comfortable coming to me. As far as marriage, yeah, like I've only seen like real love like twice in my life, like my grandmother and grandfather, and my mom and my stepdad, and I've seen there's real love throughout like movies and stuff and just games and just how it's portrayed. It seems really beautiful, like just to be tied down to one person and have that person to go to every night. But I don't know if I'll get lucky enough. I just don't know. So like I could want it, but it can never happen, you know. So however my life goes from here on out, like that's what it is.
How old are you now?
27,
What the fuck?
How long you been in your
I
relationship?
didn't know he was older than
2
me.
years.
You don't think
Damn,
you know you watch enough movies to know like people know after 2 years, people know after 6 months. You
Well,
don't
I'm
know?
kind of like CR. Like I have stuff I want to accomplish. Like I feel marriage is first of all, marriage is expensive from my perspective. Like people, you don't have to do the typical like get married in a church and all that. You could just go on your front lawn and do it, right? But the ring, you know, you can't just give a girl a ring pop and be like, let's do it. But like you got to get something that's nice and that's expensive, and I can't afford that.
I
So-
went right to Pandora and she was happy as a peacock. Okay.
There's a lot of
It's
affordable.
like-
Yeah, but like you know,
it's different.
certain-
It's different levels to different things.
Yeah,
different
like-
shows for different folks.
And plus, there's always the upgrade later in life. People
Exactly.
do that all the time.
There's always the upgrade later.
Yeah, because you know what? If y'all building and she understands where you at,
There
like,
you go.
she don't care about, you know, she don't care about that. Like you did, at least it's not a fucking pop ring. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a real ring. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
not now though. That's what I'll say. Because you never know how shit
a
can
ring pop. I meant.
Yeah. You said pop ring.
Yeah.
What is that like a sex toy or something like that?
That
Could
is.
be.
That is.
Market
That's a
it.
little vibrating ring.
No, I could have sworn I went to like the sex museum and there's something like that. I don't know.
Might be.
I tried that a long time ago.
I like how you're still asking me questions, by the way, and I like said this is not an interview.
It's not an interview.
He deflects
Okay.
well.
It's not, but it's not an interview.
It's an interview on the low.
No, it is because he says, "This is I have a theory. If you like those the whole stupid love movies and everything, people like that have a certain mindset." So I was just trying to figure out, like, well, why aren't you married already?
Yeah, I mean it looks cool, like, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't ever want it to go left. I want to know in my mind, in my heart, that nothing will go wrong with it. Like we won't split
But
up.
this is not an interview, y'all. So
It's not an interview
Okay.
at all.
My biggest thing about marriage is my biggest fear is I don't want to be broken married. Like me personally, like you know what I'm saying. Like I want because you know the woman I'm with now, she has her own career, she's making money, but I just wouldn't feel right if I didn't like you know what I'm
You
saying.
want to establish more?
Yes, I want to establish myself before I get married. Like you know what I'm saying. Even though
So you feel like you're not her equal because you're not where she's
I
at.
didn't say that because I'm not comparing myself to her. This is about me. I'm not happy about where I'm at yet. In order to put a ring on somebody, I want to be able to. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the culture I grew up in, but even though I know she got her own, I still want to be there to be able to be like, yo, I got it. Don't
You can
worry
match it
about
too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like that's just where I'm at right now. But
I'm kind of like that too. Like I I want to give my kids a reason to look up to me, like not just because I'm your father. Like, I want to be doing something that's impressive to them that they may want to try to emulate and maybe do their own path like this when they're older. But I don't know. I want to get into a space where I feel comfortable enough making that leap, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
I feel you, man.
Not anytime soon though. Don't don't get anybody any ideas.
I'm not. I'm just sitting here playing devil advocate, sipping on my sip. That's all.
I see you.
No, of course.
You see me, right?
Any more
That
donuts
makes
in
it
that bag?
No
Nope.
more goodies. No
You
more
sure you're not
snacks.
holding out?
I ate it all.
Okay.
Greedy.
So it's 4 months in to 2019.
Yeah, ready.
It's like Jeffrey taking all my questions in my head. Everything I be wanting to talk about.
He's a mind reader.
You want to finish the question since it's the same thing?
No, I was just going to talk about how do we feel at the end of the first quarter, and what do we feel we need to do now at the start of the second, and do you feel the pressure more now that the first quarter is over? Because sometimes you'd be like, God damn it, I didn't do nothing the first 3 months. Like, I got to push faster now.
I did a lot the first quarter. I feel like I did more than I expected, and I've interacted with more people. That was kind of one of my goals for this year.
You definitely did that.
And I feel like I've been more confident. I mean, I've definitely had some rough patches, just like everyone, financially. Bills became overwhelming. Had a couple of rough patches with depression, but like overall, I'm impressed with myself, and I'm happy with my first quarter. I'm not sure if you guys can relate.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, good.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with my first quarter, but I'm not like satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Because it always could be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, a lot of good things happened in the first quarter for me. Like, I went to Charlotte for the first time. I did the iHeartRadio interview. I did the Andy Smith thing. Like, another year, on this show. Like, I'm grateful for that. So I mean, like, it's good and I'm grateful, but it's just I don't know. In my mind, it's this pinnacle that I'm waiting to reach. You know what I mean? It's definitely not there yet. So just like, it's not time for me to reflect yet. I'm still looking forward.
Yeah, I'm not like celebrating what I've done. I've acknowledged what I've done. I'm just moving on and going to double that.
Add to it.
Yeah. What about you, Coco Riley?
I'm more satisfied with this quarter ending than what I thought I would have been, and I don't know. I think it makes me like look at the rest of the year coming. Like, okay, I kind of had an idea. I laid it down for a little bit. I picked it back up, and now I gotta keep going with it.
Right.
So it's just about keeping momentum and energy up, I think.
You feel like you're on the right track, though.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. It's sometimes you when you get to a place where you're like, I'm not sure, but if you really analyze it, you know that you are.
And you just gotta keep doing the
work.
work.
You just have to kind of ignore the other things that you are used to acknowledging. Whereas this year, I'm like, okay, there are other things that I allow to filter into my opinion, to what I consider as far as what I'm doing, and I can't do that. I have to really just only acknowledge what I feel I want to do, and everything else, whatever. It's it kind of relates to a theory. Somebody had said in reference to how guys think, like they tend to do and then just ask for apologies after. You know what I mean? Don't ask for permission. I forget the way the phrase goes.
Don't ask for permission, ask for
forgiveness. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting to me. Just, just do it and worry about whatever else later.
Miss Laney, how was your first quarter, Ben?
I'm trying to find like the proper way to word this without sounding like a bitch or whatever. But
just keep it real.
First quarter was a lot of setbacks. It was a lot of bullshit, a lot of setbacks. Me knowing who people really are, and not looking up to people who don't need to be looked up to. It was a lot of first quarter was ruthless. That's what I will say. It was ruthless. Friendships was ended. Shit was, First quarter was ruthless, but it was a greatness in its own growing time and period, because it just made me realize that I have to depend on myself, and I know what the fuck I be talking about.
Did you feel like you kind of got to
I had to I was in a position where I was doubting myself, and it just like put in a corner where it was just like, nah, I know everything spirit tells me. I know what I'm talking about, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Point blank, period. And it was just to the point where I had to grow and evolve and just be like, I am my own shining star, and I got this. But yeah, first quarter was definitely, it was truth telling. It was breaking on a lot of parts, but all those parts that I broke, it just grew into something better. So
I hope that continues for you. Like, it's interesting. Like, before this year started, like I wrote down like an entire list of like all my goals. And the day after I wrote it, I lost it. So I feel like that was easier for me to not focus. I feel like going into this year, I haven't really been so like obsessed with my goals. Like if I didn't accomplish one that day, I didn't worry about that because it wasn't really on the forefront of my mind. And I feel like that's what it's allowed me to progress even further because I've just been kind of being free flowing with it, just taking it day by day and being more patient with my journey and myself. And I think that's why I came out this quarter a lot more positive and a lot like stronger than I ever thought I would because I just allowed the universe to guide me instead of trying to force what was happening.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Go with the flow.
That's really beautiful.
And sometimes you can't just keep going with the flow neither. You have to create your own magic too. And I feel like that's what first quarter also taught me. Like,
Yeah.
you have everything you need inside of you to do what you need to do. So
Take initiative.
don't rely on anybody. Take initiative and just keep believing in yourself. And listen to yourself, that little inner voice that be like, listen.
And for like the show, like it's been growing like every day, and I definitely owe you guys a huge thanks because, this was like my dream and my vision, and like you guys are a part of it now, and like you guys are accepting of me and what I'm trying to accomplish, and you guys come in and show up, and I really appreciate that. So it definitely added to the positivity I have and the confident mind state I have going towards into the second quarter. So
Good.
thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, bro.
But unfortunately, this quarter ended. Man, this is a bummer. I can't believe I didn't even start the show by saying this, but rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, of course.
I was hoping we didn't even address it, honestly, because I don't really think I'm ready to talk about it.
You seemed really fucked up in the group chat.
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
like really not.
I mean,
No.
I kind of want to talk about it just out of respect because
No, definitely.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize or weren't aware of how great and how progressive and how talented he really was.
Very
Super
progressive.
charismatic. Once again, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. How did y'all feel when y'all saw that news, that headline?
I was greatly disappointed, just in the fact that we lose somebody who was really contributing to the culture in a way that was so positive, and it was just like I'm talking about, like, to me, in my eyes, he was doing stuff that nobody's done before. Like, he was uniting gangs from LA. Like, he was getting Bloods and Crips to be cool with each other, Latin Kings. I'm like, to me, that in itself is crazy, and that's just the tip of the iceberg on what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was bringing awareness to holistic medicine. He was doing a lot of, like, he was starting I think he was starting up a school out there too in LA.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot, bro. And it's just like, I get so mad when I hear about those type of people losing their lives because it's fucking disappointing, bro.
He had so much more to accomplish, at least what it seems. Yeah, outside
So
of
young.
music, like
Yeah, I was genuinely disappointed.
I'm just glad that he got his debut album out because I know he wanted that for years. Like I went back and watched other interviews, and he seemed kind of disgruntled because like the label and other shit was just holding him back.
Yeah.
I'm glad he got that studio debut
agree.
album out, and it got nominated for a Grammy. Like,
Yes.
But I just, there's like the conspiracy theories of the government coming at him because he was trying to put out a documentary on Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi, I don't know how to actually pronounce his name. And it's just like, I don't know what's going on in the media. It's like a lot of fear mongering. It's like people are putting out this idea that the government will kill anyone trying to do positive. And that kind of scares people to speak out
It's
and want to do
scary,
these
yeah.
things,
It
right?
does.
So I don't even know what to believe anymore. Like, was it just a random killing? Was it the government who hired this person? Because, didn't the government like hire someone to infiltrate the Black Panther Party for like $300 to like give information on everybody? So why, to me, that's like, why doesn't that could still happen today for even more money? Money's worth way more than it was back
I
then.
definitely feel you, and it could have even been set up where, in a way, like whoever was contacting Eric Holder, the shooter, they could have said something like, "Yo, if you want," because he probably already felt some type of way towards Nipsey because he was a hater. You feel me?
Right.
So they probably, whoever. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying if you're gonna go with the conspiracy theory, they probably could have contacted him and been like, "Hey, don't worry about it. If you do this, we'll get you covered.
Yeah.
You'll get off." Because they would kill two birds with one stone: get a black guy to kill another black guy, and get rid of the shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know.
How did you two feel when you saw the news of Nipsey passing
I
away?
was shocked. I was sleeping and I woke up to the news and they hadn't showed his face. They showed a picture of him cut off, and I was like, I could see who the person was, and I was like, there's no way. I was just like, there's no way. And then when they came back, I was like, holy shit. And then the next day, I just felt, I don't know about you, CR, how you like feeling everybody's energy, but I could just feel everybody's sadness,
Yeah.
like
Everybody.
crying sadness, like nothing but ugh. It just felt like so.
I felt like bad, like for he has kids, two daughters. Lauren London. Every interview I saw with them together, she looked like she was infatuated. She loved this guy. They've been together for like 5 years. Marriage was definitely on the way, probably on his mind. And that doesn't get to happen. I was worried about you because you seem like the most affected. Like you said you couldn't even sleep.
No, I
Yeah.
definitely could not sleep.
I couldn't sleep.
I could not sleep.
I'm looking like
I didn't even
alcoholic
sleep
right now.
yesterday. Go ahead. I didn't even really sleep last night. Like I haven't really been able to sleep since. Like again, I just like she said, you kind of just feel everybody's energy right now. It's like there's a lot of sadness in the air. Like the next day, I checked up on certain people who I knew was just like real hardcore fans, and it's just like it's sad. It's just something that's just like it's sad. And somebody even asked me, "Oh, what's your opinion like?" And I'm just like, I'm somebody who loves a good conspiracy theory, but this is one of those things where I don't even want to entertain a conspiracy theory. I don't want to entertain the government with even doing something like this. I feel like at this point, if we haven't gotten to a point where shit like this isn't happening, then I don't know what to say no more.
Right.
Because I'm at a loss for words. Because all this shows me is that nothing's ever going to change. At least not while I'm alive.
I see they
And
captured.
I think maybe that
No, go ahead.
I think maybe that was like something I always thought like, oh, I can be alive to see change, but maybe it just came to me this week like I would be dead and gone before I see real change.
So you've just lost all hope.
I didn't lose hope. It's just I would be dead and gone before there'll be real change.
Gotcha. What were you gonna say, Kobe?
I'm sorry. They said that they caught him. No.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, they caught him
Yeah, they
today,
caught
Eric
him.
Holder. And his dumbass. He looked mad in the backseat like he didn't commit a crime, like he didn't kill one of the
He
most
mad he got
impactful
caught.
people in the world.
He got mad. He got caught. That's why.
Do y'all think like as you achieve certain success, like should you just never go back? If you're from the hood, like do you think you should go back? At this point, I'm thinking you shouldn't go back because there's always going to be someone you either grew up with or just someone from that neighborhood who was doing less than you, and or at least in their mind less, and the jealousy. Like you can't escape that jealousy. Like
That's what Noriega was
But
saying.
that's gonna happen no matter where you go. You can move
matter
out.
what you do, yeah.
can
but
do
especially
whatever.
back home. I feel like it's-
Especially, but
It don't matter.
In my opinion, I definitely hear where you're coming from, Jeff, because same thing happened with Chinks. He was riding around in his hood with his Porsche. When he got shot, he was at the corner store. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
he was on the other side. He wasn't in Far Rockaway. He was in Queens, like on Queens Boulevard and shit. So
But
we're gonna give that a pass.
close,
Well, another
but
example
close
was-
enough where people recognize who he was.
Another example, XXX Tentacion. He was in his hometown.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like when
Right.
you reach a certain level, I'm not saying you can't come back, or you know what I'm saying, but like it is a crucial thing to have security and take extra measurements because you don't know, bro. Success inspires a lot of hatred and jealousy. Like there's people who really like Jay-Z said it all the time. Like people, there's niggas that want to see my casket closed. Like he knows he moves a certain way where you probably won't barely see him in person, but he's still having an influence in his community. You know what I'm saying? I think once you reach a certain level, you have to delegate, and I think you can give back without coming back. That's just my opinion. I think your safety.
It's different levels for different folks. I feel like Nipsey felt like, in his status, he was one of the real, one of the realer ones, and he felt like he can do such and not. I don't want to say he felt like. I really hate to speak of this because I don't know what this man was thinking, but I just feel like. I feel like what everybody else probably felt like he was one of the ones who deserved the pass.
I get what you're saying.
He was definitely an
just
OG
like-
in LA from my perspective.
It was just like no matter what, he should be able to walk wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Not like on some Diddy shit where I gotta call ahead and pay niggas to come to town. Just like no, everybody respected Nipsey in such a way. I felt like no matter where he was at, he was able to walk through with pride and with his head held high. So this was really just on some hater real fucking bullshit.
Yeah, Sierra,
He
you told me the
was.
guy was known as like a snitch throughout
He
LA,
was,
right?
yeah, he was.
Like they had
definitely
words and then things happened, but it's just like. I don't know. I just wish maybe Nipsey was just like after the words, let me just get up real quick and take a ride somewhere.
I
I
wish.
just wish
Let me go
maybe
smoke
that
a
was
blunt and
yeah. I
chill.
just wish maybe that was the thought process, but it wasn't. He's no longer here. Rest in peace, and that's it. I feel like that's really it. That's all we can really say.
I think-
'cause you weren't there.
Condolences to the family, and I just hope everybody finds comfort and solace.
And please, like run up his music, stream
Yeah,
it, buy it because he
stream,
owned his
buy.
masters,
Yeah,
so he gets all that. His family gets all that. His kids get all that. So, and I saw that Nick Cannon is gonna pick up the slack and finish that documentary
Yeah.
for him.
I think
and,
that was really cool.
I feel like everybody within the culture should all band together and just finish the documentary.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think every
Jay is
shouldn't
definitely
even-
gonna do that.
Yeah, I, don't,
Nipsey
I
was
feel
with
like
Rock
it
Nation.
shouldn't
Have
even
to.
be a freaking conversation.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just like it's gonna
They
get
should
finished
combine
and
their
that's that.
resources and make it where every single fucking person can see that documentary. Like, there's enough resources within the hip hop community to make that happen. bruh.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie,
But there's
Nipsey
a lot of
passed.
fear with it because people connected to getting that research out there and to the forefront.
But you can
Stuff
also do the
happens.
research yourself. Like this is the thing. Like Nipsey was giving people how do you say, a blueprint.
Mhm.
But that same blueprint he's giving you, he learned too, and you can also learn that knowledge on your own. So it's just like you don't have to wait for this documentary to come out. Like if you really want to uphold his legacy, start doing your research now. Start changing your life now. Like there's so many things we can do right now instead of waiting
And
for
it's not
something
just
to
the
be coming
internet.
out. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just so it's knowledge is everywhere. So find your ass in a library, pick up a book,
For real, for
do
real.
yourself a favor, and bring knowledge to your life.
Like this whole situation made like I was already in this mindset, but I already like this definitely made me feel like, yo, God forbid if I ever get any type of terminal disease or anything, I'm doing holistic medicine. I'm not going to chemo. I'm not I'm gonna do holistic medicine because I always felt like, because I'm Haitian, and not just because I'm Haitian, but you know, in our culture we do a lot of holistic remedies for a lot of different illnesses.
Right.
It's
So it's
common,
like,
yeah.
it's very common. Like I have besides Tylenol and cold medicine, I don't put anything in my body.
Right.
And
Get
that's just
back
me
to your
personally.
culture. I just feel like Nipsey. One of Nipsey's messages was, get back to
Yeah.
the essence and the power of being black.
Yeah. And I do appreciate that he represented that essence of his existence, and that I feel that despite his death, it's going to still be perpetuated. And I think it'll be perpetuated even more because he passed away.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, he lost his life, but it's not in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think even though he's gone, I feel like people are, like, I feel it's going to make a difference.
It's a powerful age to pass at.
Yeah,
Yes.
33. You know what I'm saying? I feel like his death meant a lot.
There's
yo.
certain stages in your life. 27, I think, is like one of the first. Once you hit 27, as far as coming into your own adulthood, especially for males.
That's real. I'm turning
Then
27
then
this
the
year.
next stage is right around 33, 35, as far as like you come into like your spirituality, your knowledge of what it is that you want to explore, your direction of life and stuff like that.
I
Like,
agree with that.
and he was already there before that.
Yeah.
So
Even when he was younger, looking at the older interviews, he was always big on like investment, investing in yourself. And he told a story like the same like lot where his store was. He used to trap in front of that, and it was the person who like owned the building before that wouldn't even let him in. So then he came back, and now that same person who wouldn't let him in is paying him rent. You know what I mean? So like he was extremely inspirational, and he was a hero for his city. Like he was really like a modern day hero, and it's just not fair that because of someone who was jealous and someone who wasn't as confident in themselves and wasn't as progressive in their own journey and themselves, that they just felt selfish enough to take away his life. It's just not fair.
It's not fair. Life,
And-
that reminds you life isn't fair. It reminds you.
Because Nipsey, from my perspective, was doing good. But do you guys believe in like karma? Because he did
Definitely.
live a gang life, and I'm pretty sure I shouldn't
I don't
assume.
know.
And that was my next thing, like this one of those things when it comes to people like Nipsey. And why I probably didn't want to have this conversation, because we could take this conversation in so many and twist it around to karma when keeping it real goes wrong, because he probably didn't have to say, oh, you a snitch, get out. Like he probably just went, haha, peace out. There's so many ways you can do things, but all I can say is, God is funny. That man has the most funniest sense of humor that none of us will get and understand.
It's a shame. He was literally supposed to have a conversation the next day about gang violence.
But maybe it just wasn't his car to do so. Everything happens for a reason.
You think he was supposed to inspire the next one to do it?
he might have been the
You
catalyst to
just
bring
never know.
everybody
I just feel like
together.
it's one of those
Unfortunately,
things we will never know, and it's just like we can't really waste time. Not waste time, but we can't spend a lot of time questioning it.
Right.
It's about moving forward and making sure that you live up to his legacy and up to his height, and keep pushing it forward. Keep spreading that message.
I hear you. And I just want to say, me personally, like, I don't think everything happens for a reason. I feel certain things happen for a reason. But I also believe that sometimes shit just happens.
Shit just
I
happens.
really believe that. I think sometimes shit just happens.
But some things like this are just too coincidental. Like for him to be making a change to want to shape LA in a different way and speak about gang violence, to him to be taken away by gang violence, him coming from a former gangster life to transitioning out of that to get taken away by that just seems too coincidental to me. I get shit just happened, but like the way the pieces line up, it just seems a little too crazy for me.
I hear you. I mean, like, I definitely respect your perspective, but I just feel like, we as human beings rationalize everything.
Yeah.
And when things happen and there's chaos, we're the ones that try to put the pieces together.
Because I just watched American Gods today, I wanted to say, like, where is your faith? But
Is that show good?
I enjoy it for different reasons. So it just is what it is.
I went to Comic-Con last year and I saw like I saw the whole cast right in front of me. They're promoting their season 2 and it seemed pretty cool.
I enjoy it.
Do y'all watch Game of Thrones? Are y'all ready for Game of Thrones this
I'm
month?
so ready.
Oh, you're still
So
catching up.
ready. So ready.
I'm not.
So
You're
ready.
still catching up.
Not really.
Are y'all
Ready.
gonna see? Okay, this is not any. Game of Thrones is gone. We're not talking about it anymore. Are y'all going to see the new Avengers movie? Are y'all into like the Marvel?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna see it.
Got my
watch
tickets
it on my
today.
Is this the one where we just find out what happens to Thanos and stuff? Like, I just need to see what
Yeah, it
happens with
continues.
everybody else. Okay.
Thanos
Yeah.
is getting fucked up, and if he wins again, then it's just a dub for Marvel. Cause like y'all can't just lose twice. Like y'all can't just let Thanos beat y'all again. Like
I think it's so clever how whenever there's a big Avengers movie coming out and they're introducing a new character, they drop a new movie where they're giving the whole story behind them. Like Captain America, not Captain America,
Marvel?
Captain Marvel. Like that movie was really just a story, you know what I'm saying, to tell you her background. And then it's like, all right, now the new Avengers movie's coming out. Like they're milking
what
this
they're doing,
shit.
yeah.
Like
Captain
they're fucking
Marvel was-
Look it to
smart.
death.
that movie was like blah because like
Yes, because it's a story. It's a story movie.
no, not even that. Like
Oh.
Brie Larson, she's like
Right.
I would expect someone with the name Captain Marvel to be charismatic, right? But she seems super bland. Not even she even seemed into her role.
She better turn
Really?
up the next movie,
Bro, and like my favorite part of the movie was Samuel L. Jackson. Like, and he had no superpowers. He got his eye ripped out by a cat. I mean, he talked
Are you
shit.
gonna give it all the hell away?
I'm sorry,
I didn't
yeah.
watch
Damn,
this shit.
nigga.
Damn, that's
Damn.
Damn, man.
spoil. I thought people saw it.
Spoiler alert.
It's over.
Damn.
How do y'all feel about reparations? Do you feel as black people we should get a certain amount of money back based off all the fuck shit the white people have done to us? Or
Yeah, if you're a descendant of slaves, most certainly.
How
I think
much?
so.
How much is a fair
I
amount?
don't know. That's hard to say.
That's hard to say. It's hard to really say.
That's a
that.
big conversation I've been seeing online and within my other podcasts I listen to as well. The topic of reparations, and I believe like I don't know how you could do that. First of all, like how do you just give everyone a check? You know what I mean?
It would be if they were to do it, they'd probably do a certain type of allowance to the particular family, and I think they would probably do where they would sit down and investigate not investigate, but like what's the right word that I'm
Have
looking
them show
for?
proof
Or no, more or less analyze their financial situation to see how much you actually need. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't do that.
I'm saying though, not need in the essence of
It
like.
shouldn't be based on need.
I
It
hate to
shouldn't
be
even
an
be-
asshole.
So like there would be a one flat rate because what if there's families that
Yes.
need more than others though? That's what I'm saying.
Obama gave y'all asses reparations. Remember that $300 check y'all got?
No, I
I didn't get no
what was
$300
that?
check.
Oh, y'all was young, so y'all wasn't even working probably back then.
I got some.
I was
But-
working
In
since
2000,
I got
was
some
that
money.
2008? I was
I was
working.
since
It was
was
like
yeah.
2008, so if you felt like he just gave everybody a tweet like that,
Actually, I
that
was
was
working, I
it.
think.
That was it.
That was
The whole world, everybody in America who filed taxes got an extra $300 check.
I sure did.
That's what that was, okay,
sure did.
people? So stop talking about your reparations.
No,
I was thinking
It's
like,
over.
like how many years has it
Alright?
been since
You
slavery
had,
ended?
you had a
Right?
black president who sat here and gave y'all $300 extra, just like, here you go, America, there you go.
$300.
And I looked at that shit like, really, nigga? That's what I'm like. All right, I'm gonna take this.
I was thinking like how many like either years or days it's been since slavery ended. So I was like, that could be the amount we all get. That's a lot of time. So I'm just like, I don't even know why this topic really
They
came up.
promised
Oh,
y'all
the
40
Democrats brought
acres
it
and a
up.
mule, and a mule, and you still didn't get it.
To
So
be
why do
real,
you think you really think you get anything?
For them, they can't repay how much was taken away. Like the whole history of slavery is worth billions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like all the work that those
They would
slaves
have
did,
died if it wasn't for us.
It was literally
They rice
like,
crops was falling. We had to come over
They
here and
can't do
show
that
these
bad.
people how to make rice again.
Mm.
Like they was
Who
on the
picked
verge
that
of
cotton?
dying.
We did. We picked
Like
the
no
cotton.
funny shit.
It's real shit though.
Know what I mean,
There's a lot of things that wouldn't be in existence if it wasn't for the whole diaspora of slavery too.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like if black people weren't spread around the globe the way we were because of slavery, a lot of things wouldn't have been in existence.
So
I don't think this topic of discussion.
can't
is-
really put a number price on anything like that.
I think
it's
it's-
invaluable.
And people need to stop asking for a number price
It's
too.
invaluable.
We can ask for the laws to be changed. We can ask for so many things, but a number value for like, nah, we doing this wrong.
I just do y'all think that there's just like a room of people or a certain building full of people that just control the country?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Like y'all genuinely believe that?
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Why do
Money.
y'all feel that way?
Because think about where the money is, bro. Money moves everything.
That's what it is.
First of all, money's not even real.
It's not. It's a concept. Just
It's
like
a whole
time.
freaking.
Time
It's
isn't real.
printed. I can print my own goddamn money at home. Why is that money not legal? Why am I still poor?
So you believe there's a group of people like who are just in control of the country, and they whatever decision people try to make goes through them, and they can decide whether it is approved or not, or it happens or not.
I feel like
Who the
there's-
president is.
I feel like those
who-
people already created systems and place people in the proper positions to run those systems. They're not
Yeah.
necessarily doing all the yes and no's and hovering over people for their decisions. They've already delegated those responsibilities. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, no, all those
Hmm.
movies, all those conspiracy theories, you sift through enough. Like, the truth is in there. We just don't know which one it is because it's information overload.
Right.
Yeah.
But they put it out there. It's really plain. It's
It's
just
in
so.
plain sight.
It's in plain sight.
Because
We
there's
just,
so many.
I don't know
yeah.
it. You don't know it. We just can't see it. But everything, like all the answers, is right there in plain sight.
We probably said the truth a million
The
times and don't even know it.
realize it.
Yeah.
The only because like it was interesting that you guys said like where you didn't say it, but like it felt like these things aren't going to change in your lifetime, right? And I think the way y'all are saying like you believe if someone's in charge, like maybe that's what they believe, like maybe that's what they control, like the change. What happens? What changes happens when they want it to.
Listen, you can only control chaos for so long before the shit gets out of hand. So at this point, I'm just ready for chaos to reign supreme.
The only
Whenever that happens, it's gonna be a rebellion. And
World War III.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rebellion.
I
That's
don't.
all
I think y'all thinking about this too small. Rebellion, World War III. I'm like, true chaos.
The only conspiracy I truly believe is real in my head, because I'm fucking psycho. I believe there is a underground lab in Siberia where people control the weather, and they control the street
You
lights.
and your weather and street lights.
Bro, like, there's no reason why it should be cold right now, but they want it to be colder.
I feel like that's global warming. That's pollution.
It is, but like,
it's environmental.
I don't know.
We're fucking up the earth, dog.
can I tell y'all a
Humans
conspiracy
are
theory?
We are
disgusting.
fucking up the
We're
earth real
fucking
bad.
disgusting.
What's
We're
a conspiracy
disgusting.
theory?
It might so I heard this on Joe Rogan podcast. Shout out to Joe Rogan. He had this guy named Alex Jones on. I never heard of him prior to you know him?
Yeah.
I never heard of Alex Jones prior to the Joe Rogan podcast, but it was almost a 5-hour podcast, and he said something interesting.
Mm.
And it was post-birth abortion, where the conspiracy is that certain doctors will tell you, "Oh, your kid won't make it," and they're dead or whatever, just so they can keep the baby for themselves and sell the organs to like different countries and whatever, and make a profit off that.
Sure
There's
that
human
happens.
trafficking out here.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens.
Do y'all believe that happens for
Yes, absolutely.
Everything is
That's
at this point.
sick.
anything
Yeah,
is
there's
possible.
sicker shit out there that we don't even fucking know of.
And I don't
selling
even wanna
baby
know it.
organs? That's fucking sick.
It's a black market for everything. Like, look at all.
On Dr. Oz today, they were talking about the 3-year-old girl that was stolen from Portugal. It was mad years ago. I don't know, 4 or 5, something like that. They never found the little girl. So they speculated that she was stolen by sex traffickers. 3 years old.
Gives me chills.
So like,
I feel like
Come on.
I feel like
that's what we know of.
anything's possible when it comes to humans, bro. We
And I
do
was-
the most disgusting things. Like, anything's possible.
We're fucking inbred.
It scares me to know
nihilistic.
like how much we don't know. Like certain things we just don't have answers to. Certain things we just like going
Certain
back
things
to
we don't want answers to.
Yeah,
Do you
I don't want to know.
answers to everything. Like, think about that.
I was just about to say I don't want to know everything, but I want to know the things purposely that were kept from us, purposely weren't broadcasted. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that we can find on our own.
can we?
I don't know.
Can we find
I
out the
think
whole
there's certain
truth?
things. I think there's certain things we can't find on our own. I
Not
feel-
everything.
Yeah,
no.
not everything.
everything.
There's certain things we can, but I feel like
Mhm.
there's certain things like huge pieces of like
Maybe it's not
human
that huge at
history.
all. Like, maybe it's really just this simple,
Hmm.
and we're just like missing the point.
Like this
You
guy
never
was
know.
talking really, really fast, and he was saying all these things without stuttering once. So that's kind of what got me getting the chills, because like I don't know how he knows all this. He was saying little things like the body exerts the same chemical that the drug DMT does when you're asleep. So you experience certain things and you get certain like feelings and visions like when you're dreaming.
Mhm.
And he constantly got that when he was asleep,
Mm.
when he was younger. So that's how he feel like he gained all this information. And the fact that he didn't stutter once kind of got me scared, because it's like, damn, I never thought about that. Like, what if?
But that is true.
Yeah, I
think
didn't
it
know
is.
that.
Mm.
So
I
like,
think it's true.
I love to sleep. I love to dream. People be like, you dream. I as much people always say that. There's some people I know who smoke weed, who do not dream at all. People who do certain things who don't dream. I never stop dreaming.
Everybody dreams, they just don't remember.
That's funny because it's funny you say that because I definitely don't dream while I'm smoking weed. Like it's not until like I
Don't
stop
remember it.
smoking. Oh, that's true. I always dream every night, but I don't remember it. But it's
Sometimes you don't, because sometimes you never get to pure REM state.
not. Oh, true.
If you don't reach that deep level,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't reach
that
your
REM
deep
sleep
level,
is
then you're
critical
just
for
like-
that.
And then
Yeah.
what if dreaming essentially is it's you dreaming? That's how we characterize it. But it's really your soul leaving your body and traveling.
For some
That's
people
really what
it
it
is.
is.
Because for some
It-
people it's just dreaming.
And a lot of people say like sleep brings you closer to your spiritual side.
It does.
Yeah.
Like it's really important to be well rested.
I was
And you
looking
can
at.
induce it yourself. Like you don't even have to like.
Yeah, you can induce a REM sleep, right? I don't know how exactly you could do that, but I've read
That's
that.
my favorite. I swear, since I haven't been working, that's like been my favorite thing to do during the day.
I really want to do DMT because I read the effects it can. I feel like it just brings you like just closer with yourself. Like I don't know. I've been really obsessed with like the concept of doing another psychedelic drug, and I feel like we should all do one together.
There's
Well, what is it
meditations
you're looking
that
for? Yeah, like there's meditations
that can
take
simulate
you there. Yeah.
DMT.
We could do that. Weed actually gives me a psychedelic feeling sometimes. Honestly, if it's strong enough, but just the certain chemicals is in certain drugs. I don't know. I just want to.
So what is it
wanna
that you're
experience
searching
it.
for on the inside?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Like, I feel I just want to know more about myself.
But what is it that you don't know about yourself?
So talk to yourself.
I
Like
don't
it's
know.
you, and I feel like that's what kind of comes out with you. Like that's what makes you the center of your unhappiness. You're on this quest of something that's already in front of you, but you keep just like,
Looking
no,
for
I
it
don't want to.
outside.
I don't want to deal with that because that's not what I want to see. But that's the shit you need to see.
Even deeper than that, I feel like I get wrapped up in my own world. I don't really connect with the universe around me as much. So I feel a psychedelic experience could get me into a mind state where I'm fully connected. and
Make you
fully-
remember that you're connected.
Yeah.
Because you're never not connected.
Yeah,
If you weren't
yeah.
connected, you wouldn't be here.
You're already connected.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be right in front of us right now.
Right.
You're just looking for something that can heighten your awareness of your connection.
Right. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of looking just for an escape from reality. Just like
That's what
Say
drugs
that,
are.
my
That's
man.
a-
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
drugs
say
are.
That. That's what drugs is.
that's a super intense escape. But like, I don't know, looking at like ayahuasca and shit like that, I just really want to do that because I feel like it would take me to another dimension. In a
You
sense.
know why I
like,
want to
It
do
will.
shit like that? Because I just like to experiment with drugs sometimes, and I like to see where it takes me.
Yo,
You know?
one sip of
I'ma be real.
ayahuasca.
I gotta be
Just like
off
having
from work
fun.
like a month.
I like
Okay.
I like the fact that ayahuasca will hit you immediately and it doesn't last long. That's like 15 minutes. But I mean, you might like end
But
up.
the trip feels longer, supposedly.
you might end up vomiting and shit.
You're supposed to, I think.
Yeah, because that's like you. I read that that's like you getting out all the negative toxins
Mm-hmm.
and energy. Fuck. Where do I go to do ayahuasca, man? You gotta, see, I know you got a plug that got some ayahuasca on.
Nah.
I think
That'd
you
be
gotta,
that'd be insane.
you gotta go to
have
South
no
America,
idea.
definitely.
We out. Let's go. Summertime.
No,
Sun-
didn't I just tell you I rereads there's a place in the States, like I don't know if it's like Ohio or some shit like that, Colorado, and the guy has a whole place.
no. I
It's
want
like
to.
a retreat.
No, I want to go to like the official shit where like
He's official.
what's his name?
He was on Vice. Like, go to Vice Land. Look him up. Like, I'm serious. They had a whole documentary. Like, it was like a 2-hour show. It was really interesting. There was people going there who was battling with drug addiction, alcoholism. And they did the treatment.
Right. You got me thinking again. Like, what am I really searching for?
Like,
if I want to do
I
that?
just, I
That
listen
should
to
be
you
the
talk
goal.
Sometimes I just be like, yo, your quest is not even that serious, but you make it so much. But you know what, Jesus? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let me set my drink.
No, you do know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
it's just
but you know,
I
I get to a point where people are just like, don't annoy me about it.
wait. I'm annoying you.
Not like that, but it can't come off like because you're sad.
You're
for-
looping around, in other words. Like
yeah,
you're looping around.
and looping, and you don't need to.
You're right, but
Let me loop around one more time.
You know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's deeper than what I'm expressing right now.
It is deeper, but
It
you
is-
won't
I'm
be
saying
able
it
to
is
to get
deeper,
to that
but
unless you
don't
actually
even
do
wanna
it.
address your deeper issues. Like you keep running from that.
You don't want to face them.
You don't want to
That's what
face
she's saying.
it.
Maybe you're
But
not being
I don't.
honest
I
with
don't think
yourself.
Yo, what is guy?
It's like you want to be told what they are, but you don't want them
I
revealed
don't
to you,
think. I feel
which
like the-
doesn't make
I
sense.
feel like the only issue I've ever suppressed is like the lack of not having a father in my life bothered me. I feel like that's really it. But like at the end of the day, I feel like I've suppressed it so deep. I don't even
I don't
care.
think you suppress that.
I don't care though. Like I don't think about it. Like I only
but
think
you're
about it.
telling us you thought about it. So
I've
that's why I'm
I've
confused.
thought about it, but
Okay.
I don't think about it like every day. So like, but I feel
You've conditioned yourself not to hurt about it. You
Ye-
built up a wall around the situation where you don't even address it when it's in your face, or you see examples of it with your friends and they have relationships with their fathers. You don't even focus on it. Like, it's like blinders. You don't see it. You don't address it because you condition yourself that way.
Right, and I've
There's
never
a difference.
I've
It's
never
not that it
dealt,
doesn't bother you. You condition yourself for it not to bother you.
I've never dealt with any trauma. I mean, like I've seen like a dead body in front of me when I was younger, but like I've never dealt with any extreme trauma, so I don't know what I
That's a
really
trauma,
would
though.
suppress. Is it
It's a trauma.
seeing a dead body?
Yeah.
No, seeing a dead body is a trauma, yes. Because it's not natural.
It was cool.
But I was talking about growing up without a parent is a form of trauma.
Really?
Yes.
Growing up with an
definitely-
abusive
It's like-
parent is
it's
a
like-
form of
it's like
trauma.
it's
Yes.
like you don't know the other half of you in a sense. You're missing a whole other identity. You can only attach yourself to one, and it's like, I mean, next, what else? What's else on the board? What's on the pinpoint? Let's go.
You're over it?
No, I just mean like we don't. I don't want to get too,
You don't want, wait, you don't want to
Don't want to hone in too much on you
Yeah,
and maybe
like-
feel
with
awkward
me?
about
Oh,
it.
I'm already
Yeah.
feeling awkward, yeah. But I don't know, like I never thought about it. Like I just
You had to have thought about it.
No, I mean like not to the point where like I feel like, oh, it affected me growing up. Like I never
I'll put it like this. I feel like it could have affected you a lot worse. I mean, I don't know to the depth that it did.
Mm-hmm.
But just as a person in front of me showing, how you carry yourself and, the show and everything, I
Get
feel like
this
it could have
man another
affected you a
shot,
hell of a lot
people.
worse.
Yeah, was there more?
What?
No.
No, I only brought one. I should have brought two. Now I know.
You had another one?
I had another one next time.
Jesus, okay.
They liked it. They liked it.
It was good.
Does anybody do you guys want to go somewhere? I mean, I don't want to take control. Do you guys want to go somewhere
What do you mean?
with the like topic? I don't know. What we talk about? What's going
I
on?
love following up on the topics you bring up. You guys always bring up great topics. Like honestly,
I think all of us collectively, when we start talking, we
Do
get
y'all think there's something
onto-
wrong with me?
Ay, Dios mío, where did that come from?
No, I'm just curious. Not in terms of like. Not
if
in
we
terms of,
thought,
like,
shut up. If we thought that, we wouldn't be here.
No, not like I'm a sick individual or anything like that. But like, I don't know. Based off what I've said, can you, I don't know, pinpoint certain parts of my personality that you may think is affected
I
by
think
that
there's
trauma?
a lot of things that you're unsure about,
Do you think? I think I think too much. I know for a
and
fact.
that's
I think too
another
much.
reason why you're unsure about things because you overthink. I think you overthink, and I think you're very unsure about certain things, about yourself, about your life.
But
and
shouldn't, aren't we all though? Because
Yes.
life
I
is
didn't-
uncertain.
I didn't
But
say we were not.
even
all.
No,
in that-
I'm not
Yeah.
defending myself. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah, we all are.
You kind of were, but okay. Even in that unsuredness, even in that, I feel like if you really analyze it, you are sure. You're just used to questioning things
you're
and
used to being
analyzing it
anxious,
to the
yeah.
point you get to the over. I know because I'm an overthinker.
Right.
And you just keep over analyzing, and then it's almost like when you have too many options. I have so many options, I can't get through all of them.
Right.
But I have to look at every single one. In all of that, you are sure of what it is. You're just maybe in certain things not confident because you haven't tried it before, or you're not sure how it will be received. But you're good.
Listen to that sureness more than you listen to the side that's questioning. That's what I think you should do. Because everybody has it, just like you said. We all have two sides where one side is extremely sure and another side's like, oh, shit, nigga, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
you got to make that choice to just listen to the side that's like, yeah.
We need both those sides.
You need both.
It's interesting. I don't know. I can't even say what I'm thinking, but like, let's move on.
After all that,
Laney is
Doodling.
over it,
now.
doodling. What's
He's
up,
like
yo?
a whole boomerang effect. Like, come back to yourself, boo. You'll be all right.
Come back to
you need a
myself.
good
Just boomerang
meditation
your ass out
session,
there,
1 or
okay?
2 sessions, and then like
She
smoke a little
being
weed.
cute
maybe.
about it. He need like 2 sessions.
You need like
Nigga,
4 to 6 sessions.
I don't
$50.
like the way you said that. I'm not gonna lie, especially for someone who came into the room with mad food and offered nobody. And you got the nerve to come at me about my personal trauma that I'm
You
dealing
know, it's
with.
crazy too, because my mom looked at me this week and she was like, "You know, you real evil." And I'm just like, "Yeah, the world has made me this evil, and I don't mean to be evil. It's not that I'm evil.
But you're evil.
No, it's not that I'm evil, because I don't think I'm evil.
There's no evil in this room.
How do you think people perceive you? People in your life.
I don't. It's funny. I don't know. It's weird. People tell me things, and I just be like, if you think that's how I am, then like the joke's on you, my man.
So you feel like people in your life don't really know you?
Nobody really knows me.
I don't think nobody really knows anybody.
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
Because people are out here
anybody,
really,
bro.
people are always constantly changing their faces, constantly growing. Like either you're constantly growing or you're constantly lying to yourself. And at that point, the veil is so thin.
Either you're trying to fit the mold you think you should be in,
or you're just
or,
living
yeah.
you're just being yourself
I feel like I'm
No
myself.
unapologetically.
I feel like I have no problem being myself. Like around y'all, like I don't think I've ever put up a veil of someone who I think I am.
You don't, because I feel like here you let everything run rampant. You are who you're yourself. You're
'Cause I'm
soft.
comfortable.
You're comfortable. Yeah, your insecurities show like you're you, and I appreciate that. I think I've always told you that.
Right.
But I think because I'm at a point where it's just like I need everybody to like heal, grow around me because I'm in the same process. So if I feel like you're not doing it, I'm just gonna lash out on you. But it's not that. You need to start understanding that everything starts with you.
Right.
And I think that you forget that one little detail.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment
Yeah.
about me.
That's it.
This is the first, not the first, but the last time the conversation is directed towards me and only me.
You know. That's it.
I have.
All love.
Did y'all happen to see the awkward video with Amari Hardwick and Beyonce at the end?
Yes.
I heard about it.
I felt like she got hot and bothered.
I didn't see it.
Were
That's
you
how I
about to
felt.
see it?
Please show
I
me.
felt
He
she
was
was
in awestruck. I took it
Audio
as
listeners, I'm sorry.
Starstruck.
yeah, he was starstruck. Like, what
Yes,
would you do
that was a fan
if you
moment.
see Beyonce? Not for nothing.
No.
You type Beyonce's name in your phone, that little accent come off the E.
No.
Type everybody else's name with the damn accent. That shit don't come up, okay?
No.
Just Beyonce. Like, come on. It's Beyonce.
Okay, but the way the video is, it's just like, fam, you got the hug, you got the first kiss. Why you gotta kiss her again? Hov is right
It was a
there.
fan moment. He was like, I felt like he
fan
thought about
moment,
it. Like,
yeah.
nah, I'm gonna do it, and
Ghost,
then did it
what
real
are you doing,
quick.
It was
Ghost?
just like, oh my God. I think he was just like, oh my God. Yes,
Can you see it?
I see it, but I feel
So I
like
gotta do it again. I
feel
gotta do it
awestruck.
again.
I feel like people really nitpicks. The internet nitpicks so hard. Like, how many of us have ever accidentally did that? Like,
Beyonce
What?
looked like she liked it. I
I've
ain't
done
gonna
it
lie.
too.
I've done it.
I felt like she got
Yeah.
warm. I
Beyonce
felt like she
like
got
that.
a little warm. That's
Yeah.
just my
She was just
opinion.
like,
I
oh,
mean,
okay, wait,
it's
this-
that
she
got a
masculine
little-
feminine energy. Sometimes it's
Some
like
people-
that. Like
Beyonce
Yeah.
definitely seen
Like
Ghost
that.
fucking Angela, and she was like, okay.
But somebody said she looked uncomfortable. That's why, like, she
Yeah, I keep
touched
saying
her
that she was
hair.
uncomfortable. Maybe
She don't look
I
uncomfortable.
felt she got a
to the
little
fact
hot
that
and
she-
bothered. That's just me.
She was like, woo, okay, Ghost.
I
Oh,
can
no.
Hov don't know what's going on.
I feel like Hov is chilling.
And he gave
dog.
respect to Hov first. It's just like, I feel like at this point, Hov, you're married to Beyonce. People are
Yeah,
gonna have that
everybody in the
reaction,
world
like-
knows. Like,
But like the
I wish people
Beehive,
reacted
yo,
like that to me.
yo,
Shit.
Beehive, y'all are fucking insane.
They
Okay,
are. They go
why
ham.
why was that trending for like 24 hours? Why
They
was that?
go
Why
ham,
they trying to
son.
cancel Amari Hardwick?
they already.
They trying to
Yo.
cancel my man's. Yo, Ghost.
That's like when Tamara had gushed about me and Jay-Z on the show a long time ago, and then
Yes.
Beehive
They
was
were
just
going
like,
so in.
who else? It was something else. Rock Nation brunch when the pictures
Uh-huh,
came out. Who was that? Who was the woman? Lori Harvey.
Yes.
When Lori Harvey like looked up at
Was she a
Jay
hoe?
or something, they Beehive was just like, no.
Attacking the shit out of her.
The
They gonna
Beehive
keep
don't
that marriage
play,
together.
okay?
They gonna
why
stay
were people
together.
dubbing that girl as like a hoe or some shit?
Who,
Like,
Lori?
yeah, because
I
like
don't know.
she.
Men, you
Mad
men,
free.
you dab women's hoes all the time just because.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
easy
it's
We
to
do
definitely
that.
a
call
double
a hoe.
standard. Just
It's
because
def-
she's
yeah.
like dating a lot of different guys, like to me, that doesn't make her a hoe. Like if she's promiscuous, that doesn't make her a hoe. Like she enjoys being with different people. Like
You
that's
know what
Does the
makes you
con-
a hoe? Let me tell you what makes you a hoe. It's something I read. Something I don't know if it was. If I'm gonna give this credit to Passport Cuddy because she could have said it, and it stuck with me since then.
Her name sounds familiar.
You're a hoe when you out here giving out sympathy pussy because you feel you have to. That's when you a hoe. But
Does-
when you out here doing it for yourself to make you feel good, then you good.
You're empowered
But
by
when
that.
you
I would
out,
think,
when
yeah.
you just out here like, oh, I guess I gotta give this nigga some pussy. Yeah, you bitch, you a hoe.
Does the condom determine the wholeness as well? Like if you use a condom or not?
I don't know about all that now.
I'm asking because I feel like if you just don't give a fuck about your pussy, you just fucking everybody with no condom. I feel you're
Ask a
just,
guy that question.
That's a very good. Yeah,
Ask a guy that question.
I feel like that's like that's.
There's plenty of guys out
that's-
here that
that's-
fuck with no condom.
That's-
I haven't
ask
seen a
them that.
condom in years.
I think that's just based off.
So
of,
like I feel like
a lack of self care, rather if it's male or female. I think that's a lack of self care. If you're having, because you're more at risk. Like yo, fuck who you want to fuck, but damn, everybody without a condom.
I don't think
like,
yeah,
You
everybody-
there was definitely a double
I'm
standard.
gonna
Like
just be quiet.
No, say it.
No, I'm gonna be quiet.
because
Come
no, but no,
on.
because like I bring up like the wholeness thing because
We
like
gonna say we'd be surprised.
Trey Songz, like, he is perceived as like a guy who gets mad girls. I mean, he shot his shot at that girl, Meg Thee Stallion. He said he gonna take her down for the culture.
And she was like,
Fam, first of all, the culture don't want to see you fuck girls, Trey. Like, we're not waiting for you to like be like, we're not waiting for
What does
Trey to
that
fuck
mean?
the next
I'm
girl.
gonna take her down for the culture. Like,
For
I
like
don't get it.
like the culture, I'm assuming he meant like, yo, like,
Can we date for the culture? Like, can they do like the whole fake sweetie and Quavo shit? Can y'all date for the culture?
I don't
That
know.
fake ass relationship.
But I feel like Trey just feels like he would be doing one for like all the men in the culture, like the black people, like black dudes, be like, yeah, because everybody wants to fuck her. I feel she's really attractive.
what's her name again?
Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm about to look it
She's
up.
a dope rapper too. She's my favorite.
No, I've been looking her up these past few days.
She
She's
can
really
rap.
She's dope.
And I don't know what Trey really meant by that, but like he is perceived as a hoe, but nobody like bashed him for like trying to shoot his shot at Meg Thee Stallion after being with that girl who's perceived as a hoe, Lori Harvey. You know what I mean? And you know, I feel like his persona is having multiple dudes.
Hoes run with hoes.
I mean, women.
How about that?
What'd you say?
Hoes
Run
with
with
hoes.
hoes.
Yeah. If you want to go, yeah.
Like
go that route,
and like people who have a certain mindset, it's just their mindset. So
they
they
attract the people who have
like
that
attract
yeah.
like. So if you're sitting here talking about like y'all niggas was out here attracting like, cause that at one point that's what your ass was doing too. Like that's who you were too, and that's who you was embodying
Right.
and showing out, like reflecting. So please fuck all that bullshit. Like attract like, everybody move on. Hoes is hoes and women is women and sisters is sisters and niggas is niggas. You got real niggas, real men, and the nigga. Like who gives a fuck?
I've
And
heard.
I feel like the whole terms of being a hoe or not being a hoe, I think that's mad subjective as well. It's just
Yeah,
based
it's
on
just like at this
opinion.
point.
Like I think as long as you're not doing shit that's like going against like like integrity, like
And your integrity and your
yeah,
self
integrity,
respect.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
if
if
you
you-
doing shit just to do it because you
Yeah.
feel like you have to, then go sit down in the corner. But if that's what you want to do, that's who you are. Own it and be yourself.
I feel like if you call me hoe, you jealous because I'm out here and you're not. Like I feel like that's like where it really stems from, like jealousy. Honestly,
But you do have some like when I say like you can classify some people as hoes. Like you got some niggas out here who are hoes.
yeah.
Like,
So
and
not
I
a
say
hoe-ass
that because it's
niggas.
just like they still think with they dick. Like they're not mature enough to realize it's more about just fucking that bitch, that bitch, that bitch. Like every bitch got a fat ass out here at this point. You want to fuck with all these
Literally.
bitches now?
It's everywhere.
They all got fat asses. Everybody's
that.
girl, like just about every girl is built the same way, look the same way, fashion over this. They all dress the same way, leggings, Yeezys, sweatsuits, Nike Pro. Everything is the fucking same now.
Yeah.
Like even the men.
Yeah.
So y'all all have your carbon copies of yourself, fucking the same. Like it's just a joke now.
I've heard Charlamagne the guy say that most people in their life, the majority of people go in their life, go through a phase where they are deemed as that, like where they do have multiple sexual partners at a time. And I was curious if y'all have had that phase where like you just been running through them on to the next, blah blah blah. And
It's a lifestyle, baby.
I was about to say I don't think it's a phase.
So
I think,
yeah, I'm
I
like
think it is.
phase.
I think it is a lifestyle, and then you know what I'm saying. Like for me, like I did like when I was single, I did have like different women, but because I've always been a relationship guy, I didn't do it the same way most niggas would do it. Like it would be like, okay, I'm actually cool with her, we hang out and we have sex. And then it's like, all right, we didn't chill this week. Now I have somebody else that I actually chill with, hang out with, and have sex. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
never like, because there's some people who don't do that. They just link up, they fucking keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You
I
know
wish
what
we
I'm
was
saying?
chilling around that time, man.
Huh?
I wish we was chilling around that
Oh,
time,
Lord.
man.
I just feel like Jeff,
I had a lot
you
of
ain't get to live your
stories.
whole days or something. You missed out on your whole days.
Yes.
So
Yeah, he definitely did. The way he
wait, missed out like as in it didn't happen?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like I missed them now.
No. Oh, so then.
a
never
whole nother
mind.
can of
That's a
worms.
different. That's a different
Yeah.
conversation. Like,
Yeah.
Whole nother
oh,
can of worms. But I think that I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like especially young guys, I think that's always in the back of our minds.
it's the ego thing too. As the guys, like we just want to get mad girls.
Mm-hmm.
We just feel like we feel better about ourselves getting mad girls. I don't know how girls feel about that actually. On this other end of the spectrum, do they feel like the shit when you get mad partners? I guess guys, girls, whatever.
It's different for
I
women.
don't think it's about partners for us. I think it's more about
Pleasure.
pleasure. Yeah,
Yeah.
The sexual escapades, like.
That, but I feel like it's kind of power too because we want you, and you feel
And that's
you
one
decide
thing,
when
like,
we get
but
you.
you know what? A lot of females don't realize that. It was a meme I realized, like, y'all fuck whatever bitches want to fuck y'all.
Yeah.
We fuck who we want to fuck. But that's not the reality for all women
That's true.
Okay.
because not all women know their power. So it's just like,
They don't recognize.
Yeah, they don't
not
recognize
all women
it.
recognize
Yeah,
that.
not all recognize. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just like it's different for everybody.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like you've you personally, I feel like you have stolen a lot of hearts and a lot of souls in your lifetime.
Souls. When you say souls,
Yeah, honestly,
that's deep.
I feel like you've hurt a lot of people's feelings.
I've stolen souls.
Yeah, they're listening right now, crying right now.
They not listening. They probably hate my ass.
They're texting you right now.
You have the blood of broken hearts
No.
on your
They
hands.
trying to get you back right now.
That's some bullshit. Cause I actually have a broken
That's
heart.
crazy.
Really?
Oh.
Who
I
broke
don't
your heart?
know.
I think your story's complicated. Not complicated.
It's
All
complicated.
right, yeah. I
It's
feel
one
like
of those things where it's
complicated.
just like, God. That's why I would say God is so funny. Not all of us is gonna walk into the sunset and have happily ever
It's
after.
not everybody. It's not
Yeah.
reality.
And it's just not the reality of it. And I feel like I've made my peace with that, and I belong to the world, and I'm a woman of many affairs.
And I think
And if
that's
you
so
can't
cool.
handle
You could.
that,
I feel like that's so cool that
Yeah.
you are like, you know what I'm saying, that you hold that identity and you embrace it. Like, I respect that. You know
but
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
can't handle that, then I don't know what to say to you. It's just like you may not be here. If you choose to be with me forever, then hey, more power to you. I'm gonna love you still.
Mm.
But it's just one of those things like you got to be real with yourself, and I'm very real with myself. And I know I've done a lot of people dirty in my lifetime, so I don't give my happily ever after this lifetime.
You cheated before?
I mean, I've done a lot of things out here. Like I'm no saint.
Mm. Do you regret any of it?
No, not at all.
You're being you.
Very interesting.
I don't regret anything.
I feel like when you live in your truth,
This is now the Laney interview right now, by the way. This
It's
is-
not, but no, I
good
don't
and
regret
bad.
anything.
No,
good and
because
bad
you
is
are the most-
subjective. If you're living your truth, you're living your truth.
Exactly.
You are the most mysterious person. Coco a little bit too, but like, well, actually both of y'all are real mad mysterious with your past and your life. Me and CR just be out here telling everything.
I'm actually
Not
not
really.
mysterious
Getting in
at
trouble.
all. Like Coco's actually very mysterious. Like we want to put the two of us together and say who don't like. That's the darkest cloud. And no funny shit. Like I'm not, but it's just like I'm kind of more open.
Coco, have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
No, but like, was it out of like you feel like you were lacking something with the person you were with, or was it just out of like I just want to do this? Like,
It was more like I just want to do this.
That's honest.
were you honest with the person afterwards? Like I did this, or did you hide
Yeah.
it?
I was honest with them.
That's so fucking real.
Damn.
That's so
And
real.
then things ended.
After that, yeah, I'm
and
one.
then we got back together, and then it.
No, I'm
didn't
like
work
that
out.
too. If you cheat, I'm out. Like
No, it really
Y'all
wasn't all
niggas
for
be
that. It was just
saying
like,
that.
you know
Y'all
what,
niggas
it's not
don't be
working.
going
Yeah.
nowhere.
I'm out.
That's all y'all say. When y'all really in love, y'all don't be going nowhere.
I mean,
You literally say I'm out, and there's no truth behind
yeah,
that.
y'all don't be going
nah,
nowhere.
I was about to say something else, but like,
Wait, say that again. What'd you say?
He said I'm out, and I was like, you said that, and there's literally no truth behind that.
If-
It's
if your
just
girl-
you saying it.
if your girl like cheats on you, like, are you there? Or are you out? Are you gonna try?
I don't know.
Exactly. Like
you
be
never
real.
been
Like
cheated
say
on.
that.
I
Like,
really don't know.
You don't know until you like you really in love with somebody. You don't know what you're gonna do until that moment happens.
That's disrespectful though. Like
What
I
is-
see on both sides. Like if I cheated, it's disrespectful. If they cheated, it's disrespectful. Like
What's disrespectful about cheating? Why do you feel you need to be monogamous? Like
Because
monogamy is the only the beginning to the end.
then what's the point of even being together? Then if that's how some people may feel, like questioning monogamy. If we invested all this time together, we got to know each other.
But you
What's the point?
how I like to say it's all about being able to rise above the temptation, because at the end of the day, two people together, your eye is always gonna wander on some level. You're always gonna meet somebody and be attracted to somebody else.
But then it comes
You
down to
can't
self-control.
help that. And that's what I say. It goes back to temptation and self-control. Can you rise above it?
If you felt like if you didn't see me for a week and you were mad horny and you saw a guy in the mall and you fucked him, then I feel you're a weak-minded person and you can't control
like,
yourself.
okay, that's a little bit much. But if you also know that's your partner and that's who you fell in love with, then like, what the fuck we talking about here?
I
You know?
guess, but people cheat for different reasons, right?
Yeah,
So
people cheat for different reasons.
I feel men cheat for like the ego purpose of like I can have multiple women at a time and I can get away with it. And women, I feel, at least from my perspective, I feel women cheat to look for a feeling like that emo-ish feeling, like they're to get something from someone else.
I think guys
that they're
look for
lacking.
that too sometimes.
I think
I feel
I
like-
think
it's
yeah,
not
I don't think
always.
you can assign it to a gender. I think
Yeah.
it just goes by a certain type
I
of
was just
person.
you can't assign it
I
to a
feel like
gender, and you
you
have to
can't,
go
but-
based off of, so that's like a really good scenario for two people who are healthy, no sexual past traumas, because when you start adding sexual abuse when people are younger and different things like that, then that's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
Because then you have people who are overly sexual. They have a high sex drive,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even know why.
They can't. You can't
They
fuck out
can't-
trauma.
yeah, you can't
They
fuck
think they
out-
can.
But yeah, but you try to fuck
You
out
can't.
trauma, but so it really you start
I struggle
separating.
with that.
Yeah, you gotta start separating shit because you have people out here who have traumas for different reasons, and they be out here like she said, fucking out the trauma, and you can't fuck out the trauma.
And they still holding on to it.
Yeah,
I
It's
was
like
in
they
a-
know it's there, but they don't acknowledge
I was
it.
in a very. It's funny you guys said it because I was in a very dark place. Like before I got in a relationship, I was in a very dark place because of that. Like, growing up, like, not for nothing, I'm about to be mad open right now.
Mm.
But I was like, I was touched by females. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger. But the thing is, I liked it. But that doesn't mean it wasn't abuse. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
I did like it, but it doesn't mean it wasn't abuse. And now, looking, growing, I'm like overly sexual. Like I have a very high sex drive, and I struggle with, fighting temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I think it is because of that, but it's something I wear on my sleeve, and I'm very honest about whenever I'm dealing with somebody, because it's just like the truth is, like, I am very susceptible to doing fucked up things.
Mm.
And I'm honest about that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that means I'm not living in my truth or not, but it's just like...
that just
it means
shows
you
growth
are.
because it's just you are living in your truth because you just accepted the fact like I'm susceptible to do fucked up shit, but that's not who I want to be.
That's not who I want to be. Like,
You
I
know?
really have struggled with that. And I've even acknowledged that and, opened up about that with my girlfriend and told her, like, I told her straight up, like, yo, babe, like, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I'm a good dude, but I think like all those other niggas. Like, I see a good looking girl, I'm thinking about hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have trouble, with thoughts of infidelity all the time. Like, it's something I struggle with. I think it's also contributed to my anxiety and my depression, because it's just like, yo, like, all you're thinking of is satisfying that desire. The logic comes later.
Yes.
And then once that logic hits in and the pleasure's been satisfied, that's when the guilt settles in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in like the power of like the feeling of like orgasming, right? I feel like that when it gets to
Sexual
a certain
energy is the most powerful energy.
yeah,
in the
like it
universe.
kind of controls you, and you literally just can't help it.
People
until
get
you get that release.
hypnotized
Yeah,
by sexual energy.
for sure.
There's people out here fucking not even coming. Like, let's be very real here. And that's the thing. I think that's what we were just trying to like talk about, those fucking out the sexual trauma. But this is why I love this show so much, because we do try to address every little issue and say things that people think about, but they're too scared to say
Right.
out loud. So
I don't know how we got here from Omari kissing Beyonce. Like, was he trying to get his sexual attention? That's why he stayed for that hug a few
Yo, you
few
stupid.
minutes
Yeah,
later. I don't know, man. Like, it's Beyonce, right? He probably never gonna see her again after this. Hope gonna put a stop to that real quick, but I don't know. What was it that you wanted to do on the show? Like, what was it? You sent a text like,
A love reading.
yeah, what is that?
Oh, I was gonna bring my cards and just give everybody a love reading.
Oh, you
where
need
they
cards
at.
to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do
But what is that exactly, though?
I don't need a love reading to do you though. I don't need no cards to do you.
Okay, we're not gonna do that unless you have. We're gonna wait until you bring the cards. I can just do it
I'm gonna
exclusively
say
to
the
me.
same message, but okay.
What exactly is a love reading?
It's funny because ask Kim, I don't even do love readings. I just was gonna do one with us, like to play around with the new year. I don't like to do love readings because love is so subjective. Love changes. Love is really based on you and how you feeling. That's
So
the inside thing.
wait, is it like the cards are like the Arcana cards, like the Moon and Emperor and shit like that, and then you just ask questions based off the card? Like, what is
I
that?
don't ask you no questions. The cards tell me what you need to know.
But how can you? Okay, so how can you do it with me without having the cards?
Because the spirit's been telling me what I need to know about you from I first met you. So you be all right though.
Was that? Wait, are they saying bad things?
He's paranoid.
Yeah, he is very.
Yeah,
paranoid.
because,
Can you like break it down to him? I've gave
Not that I
Kim
want
many
to. I'm
readings. Like
scared
it doesn't
to.
work like that. It's just
Scared to.
the cards just see what they need to see, and I just give you the message.
What do you see?
I told you today.
Say it again, because I want to know. Because I forgot.
Well, no,
No?
just play back this episode later. Because there was points where I was just sitting here quiet, and then I just started talking. It was like, yeah,
I'm
the
trying to
messages are
remember.
there.
I don't like how mysterious you are. I don't.
I'm
like
not
it.
mysterious.
You're like a shaman.
I'm not mysterious. I'm not a shaman. My name is Helena.
There's nothing
You
to
know,
fear.
It really
I'm
isn't.
very fearful because
There's
like.
no,
And
stop,
that's your
stop,
thing. You're
stop.
fearful
There is
of
nothing to fear.
Okay, can you just explain to the listeners exactly what a love reading is, so they may want to try it for themselves?
You know, I love read. Sit your ass in a dark corner, look in the mirror. Don't do that. Don't listen to
Don't
me.
do that. Don't do that.
Do not do that.
Don't sit in the corner.
Don't listen to me. I love. Okay, when I said that in the reading in the group message, it was like I was just gonna bring my cards and just give everybody a love reading, like which your month of April was gonna be for love. That's all.
Okay.
To spread some love and positivity, not because you know I want to come through and shake up people's houses, because you know you can't shake up a house that's already shook. Since you want to keep bringing the heat my way.
Oh my God!
But you know,
Why are you so fearful? Why are you so fearful?
because he gotta live in his truth, y'all.
Oh my God, there's nothing to fear.
Take the step in the right direction.
Living in your truth is beautiful.
Put it like this:
man.
whatever you would be told in
And
that
you know,
reading, you
once
probably
do
already
that,
know.
Yeah, for real. Once you do that, the sun is gonna come out for you. You know what the moon comes about because we have secrets. Sometimes the moon be here to fucking break our secrets out. So do you want God to sit here and spill all shit on the table, or do you want to be the one to get in front of your story?
I don't have a story.
Everybody has a story.
Fucking Pinocchio.
Everybody has a story. You trying to deflect shit that it's all around you. All you got to do
he
is
always
look, read the
deflects.
sign, and tell you what the fuck
But
it
I
is.
hear you though.
Yo.
Time.
I'm laughing at CR because whatever.
Why?
Fuck it. Whatever.
Fuck it, whatever.
Why you laughing at me?
Nothing.
What are we gonna call this episode? Because this was a sign for episode. I feel like much ado about nothing. Well, I always name my episodes that shit, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, man. Like,
But this was definitely a sign.
This is
for
the sex episode. We talked about sex.
I
It was
love
about-
that.
not
so what-
mainly.
Not
So how much
mainly,
time we got?
but
Let's get it. Like how much time we have?
it gravitated
I don't know
towards
how
that.
much time we have left.
Say 40 something.
So let's talk 15 minutes of sex. Let's go.
I'm down.
Wait, okay, you start. You want to talk about it?
Coco.
What?
Sex
That point you brought up
episode.
earlier about pornography and depression.
There
and
we
go.
anxiety,
Yeah.
That was a great thing.
Yeah, I read that recently.
Because I felt like I was more depressed during when I would watch a lot of porn.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, I don't want to get too personal, but yeah, I enjoy porn.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I do.
And I
do
do think
too.
I like it more when I'm depressed.
Right.
And I'm noticing, because I think it was like the other day, I was like, damn, I want to masturbate. And I just like fell asleep before I could do it. I'm just like, I guess I really didn't want to masturbate. So it was just like, am I using masturbation to like, because it's a routine? Like, because it did at one point,
Feel
I'm
like
not
a
working.
routine.
It came a part of a routine. It was just like, oh, it's. And then I'm not going to lie, it was a point in my life, like every 12 o'clock on a Saturday, I got horny, so I would just masturbate. It was like
My day
clockwork.
is Sunday.
12 o'clock on a Saturday, 12 p.m.
You said
on the
yours is
dot. It was
Sunday?
just like,
It's just a particular day.
gotta
of the week.
go. Gotta
Just
get
a
it
particular
done.
day.
Have you ever gotten like that post like guilt of masturbation?
No.
I used to have more post guilt when I would have actual sex with somebody than with masturbation. Because masturbation, it was just like, when I would have sex with somebody, it was just like, damn, I'm really only using you to get this nut off. And once I get it off, I need you to disappear as soon as possible. Before the
cuddling.
guilt set in. Oh, I'm not a cuddler at all. Don't cuddle. You're not.
I can see that now that you say that. I didn't see it before I asked.
Because it's different. It's like, you know, when you with somebody, I share feelings, and that's a whole different sex vibe. But if I'm just fucking, like, no, we're not cuddling, we're not doing anything. I'm not
it's
even
actually
kissing
awkward.
you. It's just like, it's very like 1, 2, 3, bam, bam.
Unless it's like I agree. Unless it's somebody you actually have an emotional connection with. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, for me too. I feel the same way though.
But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to feel like I need emotional connections with everything. But then I'm also like,
You on Tinder? You looking for that?
I'm not on nobody's website. Like, no.
Oh.
I always told myself, if I meet somebody, another person, I do not want to meet them online.
I respect that.
Are your so DMs aren't open?
No, I say that every show. My DMs are not open. Like, I'm not playing this game.
Sorry,
I
guys.
respect that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys and girls. I'm sorry. Try it.
Like,
I'm
DMs
trying
are
every
not
week.
open.
So it has to be in person.
But it's funny because I was just in this girl's DM a few weeks ago, and I even asked her out. And then got so scared up until, like, she even agreed to go out with me and everything. Got so, like, nervous up to the point. And I think something happened. Yeah, so that weekend, it was like, I think it was maybe last week or 2 weeks before that. I think it was maybe supposed to be last week. I got nervous. Then I got depressed. And then I just said, I'm not in the right mental position.
Let me back up a bit. What was your
Really?
approach? Like, what was your opening line? What's up, boo?
No.
Hey girl, that
You know,
ass too
I'm
fat.
actually corny like that. Like, hey, what's up? Like, But for this particular person, I felt like I was like petting them for a few months.
Like
I-
liking every pic.
Not liking every pic, but like every now and then, like I would like if I see a story, I like do the googly eyes or some shit like that, or whatever the case is. So I feel like this
Very
particular
subtle.
person, I was like petting them for a while, and then one particular night I was like out, and I'm just like, fuck it, let me just ask this person like, what's the worst that can happen? And then right before, I just got so fucking weak, nervous, scared, and then I just had my own like quick bout of depression for like a few days, and I wasn't able to recover to even say nothing else after that.
Where are you at with this person right now? Like,
I still haven't said anything, and they had posted something today. I was like, damn, they fucking look good. I wanted to say something, but I was just like, girl, you like completely did. But yeah.
do you have a type?
Do I have a type?
Yeah.
Apparently I do. I thought about that the other day. I like him to be, oh, yeah.
What you like, girl?
Yeah, I want to
It's
hear
really
this.
weird. It's weird.
Let's get weird.
No, it's not like that. It's just like, because it's a personality like type. It's not about looks. It's about the way you carry yourself.
But you can't see how they carry themselves truly
Oh, but
online.
you can sometimes. Like some
Online?
people just have
Tell us.
like,
I want to hear.
no, for this particular person, like she is just an overall boss bitch. I believe she's a little older than me, and maybe that's what probably draws me to her. But
I'm
you
into
stupid.
this.
She's very
Strong.
sexy, strong, versatile, and fiery. I want to say like very fiery. I feel like.
You think she would want to come on the show?
I
As a
don't
guest?
know. I don't know. Like she kind of also intimidates me because she's kind of really established in her own sense and what she does.
Do you feel like you're comparing yourself to her?
I'm not comparing myself. It's just called I can admit when somebody intimidates me. It's not about them, because we're in totally two different fields. So I can't
Very
compare where I don't get in that. But she does intimidate me as a woman. Like she's very fiery and strong. Like I want to say. It's like a goddess that comes to mind, but I can't get the name right. Like I don't want to call her Belquist from fucking American Gods, only because that's just the most recent goddess I can think about. But she's very
Wait, so she agreed to go out with you,
yes,
and you didn't do it because you got nervous?
yes. And then
So,
I also
but did you
had
just
something
not
happen.
like show up, or did you tell like, oh, I can't?
We had a specific date, but on the and I said, because this is how I'm like. I was just like, I'll hit you up 2 days prior so we can like really confirm, and I didn't do that. So
She's probably felt some type of way about that.
no, I don't think she felt some type of way like that. That's a bad bitch. She don't think she gonna feel the type of way.
I feel like the people who portray themselves that way kind of have the most feelings.
Nah, she don't feel some type of way. Like, and I'm not even trying to be funny as I say that. Like, oh no, like she don't feel some type of way. Trust me.
But would there be a
Because
follow-up
if she
message?
did, she would have like already like cursed me out or some shit like that. She didn't do any of the sort. So
This is an ongoing saga now, so you have to keep updating us with the situation. Because I want to see this person, and I want to see you with this person.
no, it's not about. See, this is not about relationship.
No, it's not about that either. But
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
see
Oh,
you
God.
go out. I want to hear the story of how the date went. I want to hear.
You know
how
you're
you
not going
act.
on a
Thing,
date, right? She
yeah.
going on a date.
But I want to hear. It's
But you
like-
act like you're gonna be next to her on the date.
But it's my friend. Like, I want to hear.
You're
like, how
not
it
driving
goes.
her on the date.
Why not?
You're not gonna be sitting with
pay
them
for
at
the
dinner
Uber.
on the date.
I'll pay. I'll pay for the Uber.
You probably drive the Uber. You still not gonna be there.
It's the Uber driver. You Uber driver or you Lyft driver?
Yeah, live.
He can, yo,
Lyft.
call C. Yo, we can set this up for you.
Yeah,
so
I'm
CR.
Anyway,
CR could be the driver.
we got, what,
I'll
10
get the reservation for
10
the
minutes
restaurant.
of-
Coco will get the flowers and the chocolates, and then you show up. You know what I mean?
She's not that. I don't think she's that type of a girl either. I feel like she's the type of girl you bring her a blunt, a nice big box of specialty pizza, some good tequila, and a
You got a
funny ass
crush.
movie. I do have a crush. Like, I like her. But it's different because let me tell you how fucked up my shit is right now. I like her. I'm in love with somebody else.
Aw.
And I'm out here just getting it with however I get it, how I fit it, and how I see it. So, I mean,
Jesus,
I'm really not somebody anybody should take serious right now.
heard you.
That's real.
I respect that. I hope it works out. Whatever path you choose, like, does it do whenever you're doing the person you're in love with and who you have a crush on? I hope whatever path you choose works out.
I love how honest you guys are. Like that, I admire you guys even more. No, I'm not even trying to gas you guys. Like I love
a little
that.
bit gassing, a little bit gassing.
Nah, like I.
We're going to get to Coco in a second. We're going to see how honest she
I
is.
love
Oh,
that.
Lord. How will you ever know?
You might lie, right?
How will you ever know?
Do you have a crush? Do you have, like,
At the moment, no, I don't have a crush.
do you have people hitting you up to hang out? Or
Yes, and to the person that keeps saying, yo, if you haven't figured out I ain't answer your ass, I ain't gonna answer your ass. Okay?
Wait, straight up just yo, period?
Yeah, it was like a little playful thing like, yo, and I'm like, yo, what's
it just
up?
kept
Like,
going.
you know, and it was like playful at first, but you keep doing that shit. It's like still now. The joke done died. Like, stop it.
How?
annoying.
Okay,
Figure
so if
something else
someone wants
out.
to enter your DMs, do you do the online thing?
What?
Like,
I've done it before. I had a really good relationship off Match.com.
so let's just say, for example, someone who's listening may want to get into your DMs. Like, what's like a proper approach that you respect enough to respond
Hey,
to?
how are you? What's going on? I like your page. Some dumb shit, like not dumb shit, but something like other than yo.
No yos.
No
got it.
yos. I don't know you like that to be like yo.
Do you have a type?
No.
You're open to anyone.
I like all types.
Interesting. Like on all races, all that.
Yeah.
Do you only date men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, would
So
you
far.
be would you be open to a woman?
I don't know.
Interesting. This is very interesting. I love how the
I
tides
love
have
it.
turned. And it's off my back. Finally. Jesus Christ.
We'll work our way back around next
Oh.
episode. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, we won't. We'll have a guest, hopefully. The guest won't
The
fucking
North
cancel.
doesn't forget.
By the way, yo, if you're going to... I hate people who commit to things
GLT
like
reference.
maybe a
Okay,
week or
let's
two
not.
prior. And it,
The clip is loaded.
I missed something. I heard
clip
JLT
is
records,
loaded.
and I saw people laughing. I missed something.
The clip is loaded.
It is loaded.
What's happening?
No, you.
Is a joke on me?
No, because your clip is loaded, and I didn't want to get shot in the process.
You like we can tell
Yeah.
you were getting ready to send some
Oh,
Got
shots.
some shots.
No, it's just like I feel like I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 experiences with people who were guests on this show or were potential guests on the show, and they just like shit just goes left, and it's just not right. Like
Oh my god.
I'm over it. I'm not gonna say anything because I was about to like really go in.
You
Like,
was. You definitely was. We felt it. We were just like, oh.
He just
Get
cocked
down.
back.
because it's
He's
just not
taking
right,
in.
yo. People are hypocrites. That's all I'm saying.
I understand.
People
man.
are fucking hypocrites.
It goes along with the
Humans,
journey.
man. It's humans, man. I mean, it's the reality of humans, bro. They're flawed.
Yes, they
We're
are.
flawed. It's
Some more
Not
than
perfect.
others.
Yes,
what I've noticed.
I-
True. Very true.
very
Very
fucking
true.
Very
There's
fucking
truth
If you
to
let
that.
Lainey tell it, she'll tell me I'm one of those individuals.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Don't
I'm
say
just-
nothing else, please.
It was a slight more against him. Don't worry
No,
about it.
yeah, don't do that, Jeff. I'm on your team, homie. Like for real.
Are you? It doesn't feel like it fully.
And I knew you was gonna say that. It was
Ugh.
just like, you know, and this is why I
Not that you're
hate-
against me, but
I just, I swear, this is why I hate talking.
I
Sometimes.
think you just assume everybody's against
really
you,
do.
unless they
Because it's
specifically
just-
state.
But he feels.
He's
No, he
naturally
feels
Their
like
allegiance.
genuinely
I
my way.
do have my
knee.
guard up all the
No,
time.
the GLT
naturally
reference.
defensive.
Yeah.
Like I'm so
CR
on your
said something in the
team.
group chat I didn't forget about that kind of got me feel some type of way.
And yo, let
Oh,
me
I
tell
ain't
you
gonna
about
lie.
that. And that's fine, because I knew he was going to feel some type of way. That's why I said it, because I'm the type of person, I'm going to tell you now, I'm very petty. And if you say something that makes me feel some type of way, I'm going to
But
say
I didn't
something.
disrespect.
But he's
we're
the
not
petty
gonna repeat it.
podcaster.
We're not going to repeat it, but I ain't disrespect you. That's what I'll say.
But you know what
hear
it is?
you.
It was one of those petty moments, and it was.
But all I'm going to say is don't be petty if you don't want somebody to be petty towards you.
no, that's a fact. But
That's all I got to say. 'cause
But-
I'm,
No,
I'm
that's a
going
fact.
to be petty.
But-
But
That's a
I'm on
fact.
your side. But guess what? I'm here for your growth. So let's never forget that. Growth
Thank you.
ain't pretty. So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna tell you the shit you don't want to hear, and I expect people to do the same for me.
right.
So
I do think you should stop
Again.
curving that girl. Don't curve that girl. Again.
no, I'm gonna get it together. Like again, how you? I'm in love with somebody. Like what the fuck am I here doing dating? Like can I get my life together real quick? And it's just again, I have a whole life to get ahead of. Like I have shit to do for real. Love gotta take the whole back burner because I gotta chase these.
What are y'all goals for the next few months of 2019? What do y'all have planned? What do y'all want to get done?
In
What's
June,
next?
I'm having an artist showcase. I'm trying to change the game for artists out here that aren't getting paid to perform, that are going to these showcases and getting no type of love.
That's
Yeah,
what's
and-
up.
and
I
they're-
always feel like
yeah.
it was
Only
like a
Jersey
disadvantage
artists?
for people.
It don't matter where you're from. You
Okay.
got to contact me. That's it. I'm ready to start looking at this music thing differently and not only think about progressing myself, but using what I already have to put other people on. Like, I don't have to have $1 million to show love to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have enough of resources and a reputation where I can actually bring people out, give them an opportunity to be heard. And, yo, niggas gonna get paid at this showcase. If you sell enough tickets, you get paid to perform. Like, people deserve to get paid for what they love to do. And that's my message to people. If you're an artist, you're trying to get paid to perform, like, holla at me. Like, let's get money together.
That's extremely selfish because like you're still, for all intents and purposes, on the way up, but you're still
Yeah.
trying to lift people up. Which
Because,
is,
yo, at
that's
the
cool.
end of the day, like, I don't know when I'm going to get my big break. And I don't want to be the type of person to say, I'm going to wait till I get my big break to help others. That's whack. I can help people right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go back to some of the schools I graduated from, my high school, my junior college, and talk to them about entrepreneurship. Because one thing that's more powerful than them seeing the end result is seeing the process. So that way people can relate to the fact that it doesn't happen overnight. The shit is a struggle no matter what field you're in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes we get caught up in just showing people our highlights instead of the behind the scenes. And it gives us that fake illusion of microwavable success.
Interesting. If you give me the date, I'll be at the showcase.
June 1st.
Support any way I can.
Is that the picnic?
There's a picnic?
Remember we were talking about the picnic in PA? So that's June 1st.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty sure.
Wait,
We
what
already
pic-
locked in the date.
I'm
What
pretty
picnic?
sure.
Oh,
Remember we were
Roots
talking-
picnic?
Yeah, the Roots picnic.
That's June 1st?
I think it is. I could be wrong.
I don't know if
But
I'm
I'm-
gonna go
I
anymore.
could have sworn she said it was 1st of
Who
June.
said that? From Views on Dorado?
Oh my God, you know I'm bad with names.
Lily?
Yes, Lily.
Who's-
I think that was June 7th, no?
Who's Lily?
I could be wrong.
She was
Maybe it's
on-
June 7th.
Views.
Views from the.
Oh shit! Damn, I'm fucked up. My
I'm a little
memory's
tipsy.
bad.
Really?
Really?
No, I'm not. I'm just
What's
using that
life
as an
about?
excuse.
No,
I'm not
say, what's
tipsy at
life
all.
about? I was drinking all day.
Were you?
Yo,
I had wine before this though.
Yo, you're the wild card, bro. Like,
I was drinking all
drinking
day.
all day.
What time did you start?
I started my second half of the day about 2:30.
I heard you.
It was like my first half was like from 6:30 to like 11. I got back at 11 from doing the I had to like take pictures at a construction site today, so I got back at 11:30. 12. I took a nap. Then I got back up. I was just like, I'm ready to start my day.
What is next for you in the second half, the second quarter, next quarter of 2019?
Finishing beauty school dropout. Yeah, finishing beauty school and keep pushing forward and releasing something that I've written. Like that is something I've been really working on steady. Like being confident enough to read the works of Helena's great mind. Or sober, mediocre, genius, insanity mind. You know, just release something, put something out there.
Interesting.
It keeps pushing for me to do that, and I'm just like, this has to be the year.
Like
I
publishing
do
your
it.
work. I think that'd be dope. I'd read it.
That's my next.
You better.
That's my next goal too. That's my
Right.
next goal too.
And just taking it easy, like, and really just living in my truth. Honestly,
Heard you.
I try every day to keep trying to live in my truth.
Living in
every
truth.
day. It's
live
a
my life with more
process.
abundance and more love. Be more loving.
Yeah, I like that.
To the person you're in love with and the person you're DMing to.
No,
That
nigga,
type of
in
love.
general
Oh,
fucking feelings. Like,
just
fuck
love.
these people. Yo, you see how you tell people you in love and you got,
I was joking.
and they be out here. No, but just be more loving in general.
Right. Do you have any love for Jussie Smollett yet? Or no? Do you have any empathy for him?
Did you not read the story I sent you?
No.
So we
He
just
didn't read
ignored-
it. He
Did
didn't
you read it?
Yep, I read it.
I didn't ignore. I clicked it, but then I was at work and I got caught on my phone. And
You
they
know,
were like,
bec-
put
I-
that shit
you know,
away.
time
You
is
read
going-
mad shit. Shut up.
Time
You
is
read mad
going
stuff.
down.
I'm just
Time
joking.
is like
I'm
really
joking.
wasting. But read what I sent you because it explains everything on why Jussie Smollett got away with what he got away with and why everything was 1, 2, 3.
I'm about to read that.
wanna
I
read
didn't
now.
read it yet. Is
I
it-
saw
group chat?
it.
Yeah.
I saw you
Is
posted
It's in
it.
the group chat,
You-
yes.
I saw you. Thank you for leaving it there. I want to read it. I just
I meant to go back later and read it. That's
Right.
the
You know,
request.
shit happens.
She-
With everything in life, you pick and choose what you want to address.
Shade. Coco, what are your
Yes.
plans for the second quarter of 2019?
Second quarter. I don't know. I'm thinking before the end of the year, I may want to go back to school. I don't know. But I need to, before the end of the summer, have my e-commerce site up and running that I wanted to have done definitely by
I just met a guy
the summer.
who does e-commerce professionally, and like, I can send you information.
Yes,
like his
please.
information. Reach out to him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he does e-commerce and he's like making bread.
Awesome.
I think I'm thinking about making a website for the show too. Like Squarespace is definitely a good start to building a website and all that.
Oh, I was actually thinking of maybe we could all like design shirts for the show.
That would
Like
be
there'll
so
be a
cool.
Laney shirt, a Coco shirt, a CR shirt,
I already have my slogan.
Jeff shirt.
The
That'd be
bitch
so cool.
breathe.
Oh, there gonna be slogans on it.
Yeah, it could. It
Breathe,
could.
bitch.
Can it be like a number too? Like a number.
Whatever
that
you want. We could design. We'll talk about it and.
We'll definitely do
No.
that. I'm still definitely in the works of like. I mean, I always had the meeting with the owners of the studio about setting up an event in September.
Oh yeah. Same.
That's in
We're
the
down for
works.
that.
It's in the works. That's what I was saying.
It's going to happen.
Yes.
I have a good plug for that, and I'll talk about it after we get off.
Yeah, it's some like 50s we need to talk about when we get off.
Yeah.
No funny shit.
No,
It was like
real.
business.
Yeah,
we're thinking- now we're thinking of things we should talk about
Yeah, now it's
after,
like
yeah.
things we
Yeah.
We need to
ideas.
talk about.
and
We need
it's
to talk
like,
more.
yeah.
We need to acknowledge each other's text in the group chat more.
I acknowledge
I
everybody's
acknowledge
text.
y'all.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying putting it on myself. I didn't
Yeah.
acknowledge your post.
Because if you did, you would have been like all hype about that Justin information I sent you. You see?
But all I did was ask you a question. You tied it into something you sent over. I don't think. But did you correlate my question?
Yes.
Okay.
It
Gotcha.
correlates. Like
If you would have looked, you would have found
I
out.
was just making sure. CR, what do you want to plug? Please get the heat off me, please.
Oh God, I wasn't even ready.
What were you plugging?
What was I plugging?
You said you had to plug some that we were.
Oh
doing.
shit, yeah. As far as the merchandise, man, shout out to We Are Jersey Magazine and Empire 9. If you guys didn't know, I'm a brand ambassador for We Are Jersey Magazine. If you're looking to do merch, they have a really dope service with Empire 9. You can just have a custom link that directs people directly to whatever design you have, for whether if it's t-shirts, hats, cups, whatever you want to do. And you literally just pay your monthly fee to be part of the website. They manufacture and ship out everything, and you get a percentage of everything that's being sold.
Do you think they'd be interested in sponsoring the show in any kind of way?
I can definitely
Drop
speak to them
shipping. It's
about
cool.
it, and it's all about what would be the terms and conditions of the sponsorship.
Right. So we will have to go over that and then go through that and then possibly set that up.
Yeah, man, we could
good.
talk to them.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how podcast sponsorships work. Like, because I feel like the company's reaching out to the show, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like equal. Like, I don't know how it really works, but I'm definitely researching that because there's some companies I want to reach out to possibly sponsor the show in a way that would make sense, that would benefit the people and us.
Yep.
That's it for me. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about that's on their heart? Or do you want to save it for after the after show talk? That's not on the microphones. That's not being
Is
recorded
this the
by
don't
our
sleep
great
moment?
engineer.
don't sleep moment. Yeah, because I think we're
Yeah.
about to shut it down right now.
I don't have one right now in this moment.
Let's go that way because I don't have one yet. I gotta
Don't
think of
sleep
that.
on your voice. Your voice matters. Whatever it is that you have been holding back, get it out. Put it out there.
Don't sleep on compassion. I feel like right now everybody needs to be a little bit more compassionate and just show everybody some love. These are trying times, and with the energy going on, just be more compassionate to your people around you.
See, are you have one?
No, it's your turn.
I feel like we always get so deep with this shit. Like, don't sleep on.
This is a fake deep episode, though.
Yeah, hella fake.
The shade.
Don't sleep. Sleep more. That's what I said.
I saw that comment. I was waiting.
No. Like,
I saw that.
don't sleep on life itself. I mean, look at Nipsey, right? Like, he was a person doing his best to do good and leave his mark on the world in the most positive way possible, and his life was taken away from him almost instantaneously for no reason. It was super unfair. So just don't sleep on your existence because it could get taken away from you at the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And again, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
All right. Don't sleep on a book written by Angela Davis, or actually it's a collection of essays or speeches that she's given. It's called Freedom is a Constant Struggle. I read that, and it talks a lot about her, perspective on feminism. She talks a lot about the prison industrial complex, which is a huge thing about, a huge thing that I feel like minorities need to read about and understand what it is, to really understand what jail is and what it is in this country and how it works. Just don't sleep on your freedom, man. Don't take it for granted. Like,
And don't sleep on books.
yeah, don't sleep on books, man. Reading's fucking enriching, and it makes you a better speaker too, in my opinion. But definitely just don't sleep on your freedom. Don't take it for granted. Like, you might think you don't have much freedom, but you go to other countries and you'll see that we have so much more than other people.
Why do the white people, when they always go to Africa, they want to take pictures with the specific like baby and try to be like, oh, look what I'm doing. I'm holding a black baby, blah blah blah.
I feel like there's certain people, like there's certain white people that are allies, and they just don't know how to like put it out there naturally, organically, to just let people know, like, yo, I'm an ally. Like, I'm not like these other races, white people. Like, and I feel like sometimes some people overcompensate for it.
That girl, Yes Jules, man. She
Don't get started on
yeah,
that. Please,
she's
let's
trash.
end on a good
We're
note.
not doing- yes.
End on a good note, people.
We're supposed to end
Um,
on don't sleep.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this podcast, wherever you're indulging in it, whether it be YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, please utilize the rating system. YouTube would be a like. Apple, iTunes would be like the 5 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. And I don't know if Spotify actually has a rating system. I really don't
I
know
don't think
that.
they do. Yeah, because
If they do, find it. If they don't, hit them up to make one and give us the reviews.
Comments.
Yeah,
or you
comment.
could just hit up on the IG page and leave comments there. Like,
It's kind of hard to tell whose DMs are really open between the two girls, but if you could, if
Why
it's
do
if,
you-
if you're convincing enough, you may get a response.
He's gassing y'all. And I don't think nobody's really looking for me. I'm not gonna speak for Kim, but
Shit.
nobody's really checking for me. I'm
Shit.
chilling on my end.
People, yeah. So
that's for
Okay,
after
I'm
the show. All right.
yeah,
Jeff, keep moving,
wherever
let's keep moving.
wherever you do this podcast, please utilize the rating system. And
Thank you for listening.
thank you for listening. This has been another episode, chapter of Introverted Intuition.
Bet it has.
Holla.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. You can stop listening. Close the app. Bye.
Bye. Get off. Get off.
That's it.
Did
Now I'm hungry though, for real.